boy been cheat on miss.
Bang, 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 boy, shit break. On the hard thing, got an Alabama, you can add Nick say.
Now our feature presentation.
Yo. I done met a lot of niggas in my lifetime. You can't keep it real with everybody, my nigga. Everybody ain't solid, everybody ain't 100. For real. Stick to your motherfucking self. These niggas ain't what they say they is. Know that? Look. I do this shit for my brother and everybody that done died for us. Niggas saying they gon' ride. When the time came, they ain't ride for us. Hitting licks on some hot shit with the same click, you a 5 buzz. Niggas switched up like a bitch, so they'll die for you, but they lied to us. Make room for the real. All that other shit ain't got time for it. Mama still paying bills. Till I get a meal, I'ma grind for it. Record labels all faking gay, I won't sell my soul, I won't sign for it. Really cut from a different cloth, and new niggas only piss me off. Come around like they really down, but they only rhyme cause they mooching off it. Niggas pussy beat the coochie off it. Listen up when the truth is talking. Real niggas got morals, and the lame niggas don't hate. Rob, who take what? Bitch, I'm riding around with that K. Riding around with that long K. Fuck a Draco, yeah, it's war time. We ain't doing no drive-bys. If you try mine, we knocking doors down. I ain't saying I'm the biggest nothing, but if we got a problem, I'ma handle that. Loud talk gon' get crunny smacked. Turn this fat ass to a punching bag. Niggas saying it's on go when they see a nigga. Well, bitch, I'm a lunching pad. Hot shit for you fuck niggas. All love for the real niggas. Even if a nigga went blind and got paralyzed, I wouldn't feel niggas. See the pain in my city eyes that they traumatized and they still getting it. Forever smoke on Mac bands. Long live smoking bean. But most of all, the one that hurt the most, goddamn nigga to the king. Wake me up, I know it's all a dream, but this real life and I'm stating facts. If I said it, nigga, then I meant it, nigga. If it's out my mouth, I won't take it back. Rap niggas know what's going on. I'm the hottest shit since Tupac. I meant Tupac and I'm too hot. Nigga, you not, I'm a fuse box. Yeah, nigga, I control shit. Y'all ain't better than my old shit. Tell them folks on no shit, on oh shit, this bullshit. I done kept it too real, but never got it in return. It's fucked up how we live. Well, I guess it's what I gotta learn. And they ain't saying that I'm perfect, cause everybody got flaws. And they say the real in the graveyard or they locked up behind walls. The closest homie can be your biggest hater and I ain't trusting shit, not at all. They laugh at you when you fall, get mad at you when you ball. They come around like they really down with them niggas out, cut them off. Stand alone on your own team, be a grown man, that's a boss. I'm only here to get it real. If I ain't done it, I ain't speaking on it. Wake 'em up cause it's real. You can't learn shit cause you sleeping on me. Own homie tried to steal from me. The same one that said he killed for me. I never trust another soul going down that road, I be done killed something. Taking food out my kids' mouth will be the quickest way I catch a bid for something. Understand you gotta live for something, or you gon' die trying to live for nothing. Every dollar ain't meant to be chased, my nigga. Be patient, it's really coming. You don't work, you don't eat. I'm grinding hard, losing sleep. I'm taking joy to take the pain away, but somehow this shit getting weak. And the fact that niggas so quick to try you in these streets and thinking shit sweet. Niggas fast, they gon' fleet. In the meantime, I found my own grind, I got my own shiny, I spend my money on my own time. Bitch, I done kept it too real, but never got it in return. It's fucked up how we live, well I guess it's what I gotta learn. And they ain't saying that I'm perfect, cause everybody got flaws. And they say the real in the graveyard or they locked up behind walls. The closer homie can be your biggest hater, they ain't trusting shit, not at all. They laugh at you when you fall, get mad at you when you ball. They come around like they really down with them niggas out, cut them off. Stand alone on your own team, be a grown man, that's a boss.
What's the word? Salute to everybody in the building, man. It's your boy, the Alabama Hitter. Let's get to it. Yes, indeed. I salute to everybody in the building. I hope everybody doing good this evening, man. As I said before, this is the Alabama Hitter. You are now tuned in to Hit Squad TV, man. Y'all turn that like button all the way up, man. We got Rain in the building. Salute to you. We got my dog Ice Biggity, Iceberg Watkins. What it do, big homie? Salute to you. We got Divine Black Rose in the building. Salute to you, sis. We got Chevy Blue in the building. Hey, man, what it do, Chevy? Going on with you, sis? We got T with Goldie. Man, we got Yam in the giant. What up with a Yam? We got Lovely Lady. Man, we got Angel, the real boss, Dyson Jones, D Black Barbie, and I see Keita up in the building, man. So salute to everybody that's rocking with us on this evening, man. You know, it's very few times that we basically just do one topic, and we're not gonna just do one topic today. I'm gonna touch on Max B being released. If y'all don't know who Max B is, Max B was brought to us via Jim Jones and the Purple City Bird Gang and all them cats back in the early 2000s. T-Baby, what it do? But I think Max B got jammed up in like 2009 and had to go sit down for a spell. And he did 16 years and got released today. So, I mean, anytime somebody go and sit down, take their lick and come back, it's always good to see. You know what I'm saying? It's called accountability, fam. It's called accountability. So salute to Max B, man. T would go to say, I hope you're feeling better. I am, T would go to. You know what it is. I thank you for asking. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he came home and he got straight to it. He got straight to it, man. And we're going to cover this a little bit, and then we're going to get into our main topic, man. But y'all hit that like button. Salute to everybody in the building. Send this video out to everybody else by smashing that like button. And we're going to touch down with Max B, man. Let's get it.
Max B gets his first haircut after serving 16 years behind bars.
Can't make this shit up. Got a cape to get a cut with all his tapes.
See Coke Wave down there?
Nah, I see Wave.
Well,
we skipped Wave 3. We went straight from 2 to 4. That's how high we was.
This shit right. You're gonna wait for you wherever you going. You might not want to add right. Yep. And I think we just get a drop of here. Just saying, Hey, what's up? Hey, say hi to your brother. Am I supposed to go over there? Yeah.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
And Divine Black Rose, yes, Max B had like 75. He pleaded down to a lesser charge and ended up getting 20. He got credited for 4. He did 16 extra, and now he back amongst the living. That's where we at with it. Dub JJ, salute to you, big homie.
I see you come outside with it. Let me get a picture of your eyes, Tabatha. All right, I got it.
Yo. Wait, man. French back. Oh my God, you know what's going on. Up, man. We outside. Not in. Look at my man.
It's crazy. I do not feel like it's been 16 years. But the date has finally come. There is no more free Max B because Max B is free. Everybody who has been texting and calling, I'm sorry if I cannot name on. I'm not sure where part it is. Some of it is bad. Meanwhile, just sitting here, somebody's car. There's a lot of people out here. I couldn't even say necessarily fans. Like all people.
And it's crazy. It's crazy because, you know, him and Jim Jones, they don't sit on the same side of the couch, you know. They fell out before he ended up going to do his bid. And now that he's back, of course, you know, Cameron got the platform. So And, you know, Cameron and Jim, they kind of throw barbs at each other. So I'm pretty sure we're going to see Max on Come and Talk to Me. If y'all don't know what that is, that's the platform with Mace, Stat Baby, and Cameron. I'm pretty sure we're going to see Max B on the platform pretty soon.
People like he knows, we just wanted to be here for this moment. Clearly not a facility anymore, but thank you to everybody, all the DMs, messages, the hearts, the text, all that good stuff. I'll get back to it shortly, but yes, that day is finally here.
Should have kept salt. You should have kept salt. Yeah. Stop for me. They gonna make my snorkel.
Came home, went straight to the Jets game. You know what I'm saying? Louis V from head to feet, got his piece and chains on, everything intact. You know what I'm saying? That's how you come back, man. You ain't got to do nothing extra extravagant, but you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, looked like his circle really put on for him, and they were waiting for him to touch back down. So salute to Max B.
Throwing that ball. They are early. Woo. Yo, this shit crazy. I've never been to NFL. Whoa. This is
Yeah, man. Salute them 9 Mag TV, man. Appreciate the content, man. But I just wanted to cover that a little bit. Max B back home. He happy, good spirits. You know what I'm saying? Looking well. And, you know what I'm saying? Best of luck to him in all his future endeavors, man. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, man. That's the story of Max B. But what we here for today, I wanted to cover this whole situation about this love triangle that never materialized. This is one of the craziest stories that I've seen, fam. And it's sad. It's sad. How many of y'all are familiar with Brodes Perry? Brodes Perry, Tabitha Perry, and Latoshia Daniels. This is the story of the executive pastor from Mississippi Boulevard Christian Church in Memphis. Crazy story, gang. Absolutely crazy story. So basically, the scenario unfolds as this. This young lady, and basically it's all about her, Latoshia Daniels, was raised up in a 2-parent household. Her dad was a pastor. Her dad was an abusive man. They were told to keep the secrets in the house and, you know, hold their head up when they go outside. And you never know how that affects someone. This young lady went on about her business. She went on and got graduated high school, got pregnant at 17, married a young man for 4 years, and he dumped her. She ended up marrying another man, and they stayed married for 8 years, and nothing came of it. And then she met Brodes Perry. Brodes Perry is a young man that come from a preacher's lineage, graduated from Florida A&M University, and ended up at St. Mark's Church in Little Rock, Arkansas. And that's where he comes across this social worker / anger management guru by the name of Latoshia Daniels. And boy, when I tell you, bro put the pimp game down. And we always say there's no such thing as luck. It is where preparation meets opportunity. That's basically what luck is. And in this case, it was a perfect storm. You know, you had an opportunist to take advantage of a person that had been downtrodden, a person that didn't believe in themselves but tried to hold their head up and go on with their life and present a positive mind frame to those on the outside. And this man had her at the church, and she was his therapist. And this thing took a wild turn. We're going to go back into the, we're going to basically go back into the origin story of this and talk about when this first happened. Y'all hit that like button, lock in with your boy. It's story time with Hilda, man. We got to go down through this one because this one is crazy. Let's go.
And tonight, we are finally hearing from the senior pastor of Mississippi Boulevard Christian Church about the recent passing of Pastor Brodes Perry. Reverend Dr. J. Lawrence Turner talked about Perry's passing with his congregation this morning.
Not only have we experienced the death of Brodes Perry to violence, but the rumors swelling around his murder leave us shocked and shaken. To those of you who are wondering, how could this happen? How could this happen within our safe and loving church community? To those of you in particular who came to know him as I did during the 5 months he was at Mississippi Boulevard, I want to say I'm heavy-hearted because of your pain.
Pastor Turner also mentioned church leadership will be reviewing the church's hiring practices moving forward, and grief counselors are still available for any church member.
I want to say this. You know, when we see stories like this, we basically try to paint Christians in the church with a broad brush. And in this case, that is just not so. I don't like to accuse pastors of wrongdoing. I don't like to accuse people that are charged with leading the people of God of anything. That's God's responsibility. I believe that when a man is charged with leading and imparting into people that are looking toward God, when they do it with ulterior motives and wrongful intent, God exposes them. God don't need us to expose them. And this is what happens. When you get charged with leading the people of God and you inevitably mislead them and abuse them, God will expose you in the worst way, fam. And I tell you what, it all came to pass in 2019 for Pastor Brodes. And it's sad because there's a little collateral damage. His wife was also hit when this young lady struck him down. It's a crazy story. Let's get to the origins.
Now, the Arkansas woman.
Hold on 1 second. Oh, we good. We good.
Charged in the deadly shooting of a Memphis pastor that she knew pleaded not guilty this afternoon.
Yeah, last week in Collierville, police said that Latosha Daniels shot Brodes Perry to death in front of his wife. Local 24 News reporter Brad Brodes was inside the courtroom and picks up the story from here.
Latosha Daniels did not appear in this Collierville courtroom this afternoon, but she's represented by a well-known Memphis attorney in this highly publicized case involving a Memphis pastor shot dead and what police records show as a possible love affair gone sour. Defense
Hey, check out the defense attorney.
Attorney Leslie Ballin wasn't in front of this Collierville judge long. Outside the courtroom, he sent this clear message on behalf of his client, Latosha Daniels.
Then we've entered a not guilty plea. We mean it.
Records show the 30.
So that's Leslie Ballin. Leslie Ballin is the attorney that pulled Quet into his office and said, "Hey man, listen, me and my clients, we gamble sometime." And he said, "But I don't gamble with anything that I can afford to lose." This is the guy that encouraged Quet to take the plea. And of course, we know how the story goes. Quet took the plea. Plea was denied. He went to trial. He beat it. But yes, that's Leslie Ballin, legendary Memphis attorney. There's another attorney involved in this case that's legendary in its own right.
9-year-old Daniels is a certified anger management specialist and licensed social worker who was a member of Brodes Perry's former church in Little Rock, Arkansas, and worked with him at a nonprofit organization. At the Collierville apartment where Perry and his wife Tabitha lived, investigators said Daniels opened fire, yelling, "You broke my heart," as she shot the Mississippi Boulevard Christian Church executive pastor at least 3 times.
The criminal court process is new to this family and to our client.
Today, a spokesperson with the Arkansas Social Work Licensing Board said they are aware of the charges, but won't make any decisions about suspending or revoking her license until there's a ruling on her charges. As for Daniels' attorney, he asked the public reserve judgment until more information is released.
There's been facts put out into our community, may or may not be accurate. Part of our job is to find out exactly what happened.
Latosha Daniels' next court appearance is scheduled for April 23rd. Her attorney said bond could be discussed at that date. Reporting in Collierville, Brodes, Local 24 News.
This is what it is, y'all. Of course, Dave went to court. Dave discussed the case. She was found guilty. It was Massey who encouraged Quetta. No, it was Leslie Ballin. Trust me, he fired Massey. He thought Massey was going to backdoor him. Massey was the attorney that called him on Super Bowl Sunday. Yeah, and told him, do I need to be looking out for anything on your behalf? No, Leslie Ballin was the one that brought him in that office and told him, hey, man, me and my clients, we shoot dice from time to time. Remember that? Yeah, man. Yes, indeed. So listen, we're gonna go through the whatchamacallit as well. We're gonna go through the testimony to see how this young lady is really tormented, absolutely tormented. She was let me see here. Let's see here. Y'all give me 1 second. But yeah, we're going through the testimony. Testimony is kind of long, but we will go through it. This is the verdict. This is how the verdict came through. And then we'll get into the testimony. Because when you hear stories like this, you think about a Jezebel and, just a low down, dirty woman. But hey, man, this man had a role to play in this too. Let's get to it. The other legendary attorney, the one and only CMG Arthur Horn, ladies and gentlemen. That's Mrs. Daniels right there. How good does it, Jay?
I understand the jury has reached a verdict. Yes. As far as you will be. You can stand and read it, the verdict. Each of the verdict forms.
Do I need to start from State of Tennessee versus
State
of Tennessee versus Latosha Daniels, indictment number 25-01253. Verdict form count 1. We, the jury, find the defendant guilty of second-degree murder as included in count 1 of indictment number 25-01253. State of Tennessee versus Latosha Daniels, indictment number 25-01253, verdict form count 2. We, the jury, find the defendant guilty of reckless endangerment as included in count 2 of indictment number 25-01253. State of Tennessee versus Latosha Daniels, indictment number 25-01253, verdict form count 3. We, the jury, find the defendant not guilty in count 3 of indictment number 25-01253.
So she was found not guilty of the more serious charge, was his first degree murder. That would have got her a life sentence. She was found guilty of the lesser two, which was, I believe, escapes my mind. We're going to go over it when the attorneys speak afterwards. But basically, it looks like she'll be doing, according to Tennessee state law, she'll be doing 15, whittled down to 13.5. And she has credit for, I want to say, 5 years, maybe 6 time served. So she'll be out sooner than later.
Would you like the jury poll? Yes, please. Okay. I'll start on this end. Is that your verdict? Yes. Is that your verdict? Yes. Is that your verdict? Yes. Is that your verdict?
Yes.
Is that your verdict? Yes. Is that your verdict? Yes. Is that your verdict?
Yes.
Is that your verdict?
Yes.
Is that your verdict? Is that your verdict?
Yes.
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 Now that you have concluded your service on this case, I thank you for your patience and conscientious attention to your duty as jurors. You have not only fulfilled your civic duty, but you have also made a personal contribution to the ideal of equal justice for all people. You may have questions about the confidentiality of the proceedings. Because the case is over, you are free to discuss the case with any person you choose. However, you do not have to talk to anyone about the case if you do not want to. If you tell someone you do not wish to talk about it and they continue to bother you, let the court know, for we can protect your privacy. If you do decide to discuss the case with anyone, I would suggest you treat it with a degree of solemnity, so that whatever you say, you will be willing to say in the presence of your fellow jurors or under oath here in open court in the presence of all the parties. Also, if you do decide to discuss the case, please respect the privacy of the views of your fellow jurors. Your fellow jurors fully and freely stated their opinions and deliberations with the understanding they were being expressed in confidence. Again, I thank you for your willingness to give of your time away from your accustomed pursuits and faithfully discharge your duties as jurors. You are now excused. I will be back to speak with you shortly, so I'll show you excused to the jury room.
One of the charges is reckless endangerment. Well, I know that's one of them that she's not got found guilty of. At this point, she'll say our goodbyes to the she'll say goodbyes to her kids that were in attendance, and the attorneys would go to speak. I'm breaking this down like this because, man, listen, there's only so much people can bear. And sometimes people just, I don't know if it's what they like, the character traits that they find in people that they gravitate to, but this is a recipe for disaster. And this woman has had nothing but heartbreak and despair. And maybe it's the type of person she gravitates to. Maybe it was the type of person that she's seen in the household with her growing up. Who knows? But this is a sad story. And when she gets on the stand, she'll break it down. But yeah, now we're finna hear from Arthur Horn and his assistant as it relates to Latoshia Daniels.
I mean, I have mixed feelings. From day one, we believe that this was a voluntary manslaughter. We believe count 2, the reckless, was criminal intent reckless homicide was a fair verdict, and we were happy about the not guilty verdict on count 3. So again, we always thought that this was a crime of passion and that there was adequate provocation based upon his manipulation and the things that he did to her during the course of their relationship.
And you all called Latosha Daniels to testify. Tell me what was the things that you guys thought about when you made that decision.
There was so much of this story that only Latosha could tell. The police only had so much information, and Tabitha Perry did not have a lot of this information. So there was all of these gaps that there was no explanation for, that Latosha had to be the one to fill in for the jury. But also, she wanted to tell her story to this jury. She wanted them to understand how she felt when this was happening. And that's why we did push for that voluntary manslaughter and the reckless endangerment, because she was under such emotional distress when this happened that she was not thinking clearly.
When you go to sentencing, will you push the fact that she has no criminal record and try and see if you can get, I think it carries 15 to 25 years. Will you try and push for the lower end of that due to no criminal record in the past?
Absolutely. So second-degree murder in Tennessee has, for someone with no prior criminal history, has two potential ranges of punishment. There's a mitigated range that carries 13.5 years. And then there is a standard range one offender for someone with no prior felonies. That carries 15 to 25 years. We will absolutely be arguing that a woman who is 46 years old and has absolutely no criminal history and has done so much to try to better those around her while she was incarcerated. She wrote a book for incarcerated mothers. She wrote a book for the children of incarcerated mothers. She has lived her life trying to help people. What happened on April the 4th of 2019 was not the actions that ever would have happened with Latosha Daniels if she was not in that state of distress.
46 years old. That's crazy. That's crazy, fam. And just, manipulated by this dude that claimed to be a man of God, His whole game plan was just filthy. And y'all see as we go into it. But I feel so sorry for this lady. But, going through this, I think God gonna have something for her on the other side. But this is crazy, man.
And how is she feeling? I know you guys have probably been able to talk to her. How is she feeling right now?
Go ahead.
I think she's a little bit in shock. I think she's struggling with the idea that she's going to probably have to spend at least another decade in prison. But I think she also understands that, this happened for a reason. And the way she handled her previous incarceration, I think she's going to be fine.
Could that prior prison time count towards?
Oh, absolutely. Whatever jail time she had, jail credit she had built up, that'll count toward the ultimate sentence she'll receive in Division 2.
I know you weren't the original attorney on this, but since you've worked with it, what has it been like as you've worked through it, what you've discovered? Has it been like peeling back an onion, or when you got it, was it really already mostly there? The evidence and the proof.
So like I said, this has been a very unique type of case that we talked to the jury about that day one, in that there's actually a disparity of information in our favor in this case, which is very, very unusual. So a lot of the discovery was not disputed information. Where the dispute came was from the mental state, and that could only come from Latosha.
I think the other big point that needs to be emphasized here is, a lot of times in our society, we only view abuse as physical. And in this case, this really highlighted the mental abuse that she went through with this person that took advantage of her. I mean, he was supposed to be her therapist, and he knew her deepest, darkest secrets. And he used that against her, especially with her being a person that had prior mental health issues.
Attorney Horn, I arrived late and I apologize if this has been asked. Has she spoken to the pastor's wife since the shooting? And if so, what was that conversation like?
I don't think she's ever.
She wouldn't have been legally allowed to. There would have been bond conditions and other court order prohibitions against contact.
Has she expressed any interest in reaching out to her and apologizing or having a conversation with her?
I think that's something that probably will be addressed at sentencing. Mm-hmm. And just knowing Latosha, getting to know her and the person that she is, I'm almost 99% sure that she will write a letter or make statements to Tabitha about her actions and apologizing for her actions. Because even in their banter back and forth, she was, you know, she didn't want to shoot her. She never meant to shoot her, and she was shocked. I think Tabitha was shocked when she was shot.
And Latosha has been genuinely remorseful in all of our communications with her. Not just as to Tabitha, but even as to Brodes. This is a weight that she carries every day.
Is she getting mental health therapy in jail, and do you think that therapy is adequate?
She's been out of custody. She has been getting mental health help. And I know that I'm confident that she will continue to get mental health help. And I hope that they offer adequate services, but we won't know until time shows.
How much time did she spend in jail before the trial?
About 4 years. So she's got a little time under her belt.
Will that count toward the sentence?
Yes.
Time served, you think?
No.
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 It will count as jail credit, but that will not cover the range of exposure.
So, Latoshia Daniels went through pure hell. And you're right. His wife knew what type of man he was. But, you know, when you in these situations, when you have to save face, you know, everybody basically, how can I say, falls in suit. Everybody falls in line. And so, yeah, I mean, the fact that when she went to this man's house to talk to him about this whole situation, she was offered bourbon. Like, this dude is an executive pastor. Why are you drinking alcohol? You know, his big thing was drinking alcohol and smoking cigars. You know, and this is a weird case, but it's a sad case, and you can see how it actually got to the point where it got out of control the way it did, because she wanted to break it off, but he would string her along like a how can I say, like a puppet, basically, you know. And I think he got what he was looking for in the end. Rest in peace to him. Condolences to his loved ones. But yeah, when you really think about it and you listen to this story, you know, I think he got what he was looking for. We're going into the testimony, y'all.
Latosha Daniels.
You can raise your right hand. Do you swear affirm and tell the whole truth? Yes, ma'am. All right, you may have a seat.
Can you please state and spell your name?
Latosha, Latosha, Daniels, Daniels.
Before we get into all of the allegations here, have you ever testified in a situation like this before?
No,
Is this a comfortable situation?
not at all.
Please let me know if you need it.
Speed it up a little bit, y'all.
I want to talk to you about, first, your childhood. Okay?
Okay.
Can you tell me about your parents?
My parents, my father was retired military and a minister, and my mom, she was my mother.
Was your biological father the man that you called dad?
No, I was raised by my stepfather, and so I called him father, and my biological father I called Papa.
Now, your dad you lived with, right? What did he do for a living?
Once he retired from the military, he was, from my knowledge, he worked at MM Homes, and he retired from there. And then he began to work for the Salvation Army, where he ran the community community center where the youth would go. And so once he retired from there, he was just home sitting on the porch and buying land and doing gardens.
At any point did he become an ordained minister?
He did. I was in elementary, but I do recall him becoming an ordained minister.
What would you consider his reputation to have been within your community?
He was highly respected in our community. Everyone knew of my father and respected him well.
And did they know that you were your father's daughter?
Oh yes, to the point of where, like, if anybody seen my sisters and I, they would say that's Mr. Briggs' daughter. It's like they knew that who we were.
Did that mean something in that community to be his daughter?
Most definitely, and we carried ourselves accordingly.
Now, how were things at home outside of public?
Things at home wasn't as what they seemed in public. My father did physically abuse my mother, and I was the one who would at nights wake up and beg him to stop.
Did you have any siblings in the home?
I did. I had 2 little sisters.
Did the 3 of you hear as your dad would beat your mom?
I'm not sure if they did, but I did, and I often would wake up and ask him to stop, and even sometimes try pulling them apart.
When you were in public, did you let that side of your life show?
Oh, not at all. I went to school and I did the things that I was supposed to do, participated in sports and just carried myself, I guess, in a normal fashion.
Is that what was expected of you?
Yes, we didn't say or tell what was going on inside of the home.
Now, I want to talk to you about late in your teens, okay?
Mm-hmm.
When you were 17, you got pregnant.
I did.
What happened when you got pregnant?
I shared with my dad. Well, I don't know if I shared with him or not, but I was told once he found out that I needed to get married.
Did you get married?
I did.
And was that to Rodney?
Yes.
How would you describe your relationship with Rodney?
In the beginning, it was good. We both had graduated from high school, and so we was building a life together. We moved from our hometown to Little Rock, Arkansas, and purchased a home, and we were doing well. Rodney decided to go to police academy, and during that time, I helped him. I made sure he studied. I did everything that I could to ensure that he made it through police academy and was successful. Once he, probably months after joining the force, things began to shift. He would ask me to do certain things that I was like out of the norm, but I was in college. And so he would then say, well, you're probably going to want somebody from college. And I didn't understand it because like I loved Rodney. I wanted our family. But even though we didn't argue, we grew distant. And I never understood why until I found out that he was having an affair.
Did you actually catch him in the act?
Not in the beginning, but during, he decided that we was going to separate. And one day while I was at school, he had packed up all my stuff, put it in a U-Haul, and drove it to my mom's house.
Man, when I tell you, this lady has experienced heartbreak upon heartbreak upon heartbreak, it's crazy. Just being raised in a house with a man of high standing in the community, being a reverend, and at night he's swinging on her mom, and everybody got a save face, walk out and carry themselves with a false sense of pride because of who he is in the community. That's a learned behavior. Then you go on, you looking for love, and you end up getting pregnant at 17. The same man that was swinging on your mom tell you need to get married. I hate to say it, but you made one mistake and now you're being forced to make a second one because, she grew to love this guy, but this guy didn't love her. He packed all her shit up and sent it back to her folks' house. So it's just disappointment after disappointment after disappointment. And this is the breeding ground for what we've seen in Collierville. It's sad, but I mean, a lot of people deal with similar situations, man. Smash the like button, gang. And if y'all can, support the channel. But first and foremost, smash that like button, y'all. Okay, salute to you, bro. Janice, what's up with it? Salute to you. Yes, indeed. Took her down through there. I'm talking about for real.
How long were you married to Ronnie?
For 4 years.
Did you eventually get divorced?
We did.
Now, after that divorce, did you attempt suicide?
I actually did it right before we actually finalized the divorce.
Did you commit suicide because of the divorce? I'm sorry, attempt to commit suicide because of the divorce.
Yes, I just didn't feel like I felt like a failure. That was the one thing I felt like a failure. I didn't think that I was enough. And so I didn't feel I had anything to offer.
But you did go on to get an education, right?
I did.
And you didn't let your divorce or your teen pregnancy, you didn't let those things stop you from trying to get better in your life, right?
Right. I wanted to push forward. I wanted to be successful. And I mean, I had to be. So I kept going.
And you eventually became a licensed clinical social worker.
I did.
Now, I want to talk to you about your second marriage, okay?
Mm-hmm.
That was to Brian.
Yes.
Now, how long were you married to Brian?
I was married to Brian for 8 years.
Was that relationship positive?
No.
Did you feel loved in that relationship?
No.
Did you feel wanted in that relationship?
Not at all.
Would you describe Brian as being emotionally distant?
He very much was so.
Emotionally neglectful?
Yes.
Did you try to get Brian to go into marriage counseling?
Yes, we had the discussion and he didn't want to do it.
Did you determine that you would go get your own counseling?
Yes.
Did you go see a psychologist?
I did not.
Why?
Because of the field that I was in, I just wanted, I wanted spiritual guidance, but also because of me being in private practice, I was afraid of being that individual that was getting the water cooler talk per se. Just in my field, I didn't have anyone that I felt like I could really go to and trust because I was very closed off. I didn't share my business with anybody. And so going through that and being in private practice, I didn't want to take what was my income because I needed to be able to take care of the things in my life. So I did not, but I did know that spiritually I wanted some direction.
Why did you feel like you needed spiritual direction?
Just from my first marriage, when I went to my dad and told him that I was getting a divorce, the one thing he said to me that just resonated with me was that he said he would have gotten an attorney. I'm taking away my children, but it was all just like, I just felt like it was like a punishment from God. And so I just didn't want to be in another failed marriage. I just didn't.
Did your dad consider it your failure that you got divorced?
Yes.
Did you?
And it looks like to me that it's looking like she's wanting to be married. It's like you dating dudes, but your end goal is to get married over everything. And when you do stuff like this, you can overlook red flags, overlook detrimental red flags. So that's strike 2 right there. Second marriage down. She's a victim to her father who said that this the second one. Oh shit. I'm most likely finna get a lawyer and take them kids because you don't know what you're doing. You're a loser. And yeah, this is crazy, man.
You seek out spiritual counseling?
I did.
Now I want to talk to you about St. Mark's, okay?
Okay.
You need some water?
Yes.
May I break your arm? Yes, thank you. What is St. Mark's?
It's the church that I attended in Little Rock, Arkansas.
Is it a big church or a small church?
It's a big church.
Did you have any particular role within the church?
Yes. I participated in evangelism, but eventually became a life group leader.
How were you selected to become a life group leader?
One Sunday, was talking to just in shaking hands with some of the pastors. Pastor Perry, Brodes Perry, he had asked me, he was like, "You thinking about being a life group member?" And at that time, I was like, "I'll consider it." And then eventually, I did go ahead and sign up to become a life group leader.
And this was prior to you reaching out for that spiritual counseling, right?
Correct.
How many members go to St. Mark's?
At the time, approximately 6,000.
How many people were selected to be life group leaders?
In our first set of leadership training, it may have been approximately 60 to 80 of us.
Okay. And were you then subdivided into groups?
Yes, we were divided into cohorts.
How many people were in each cohort?
About 8 to 10.
How many people were in your cohort?
It was about 8 of us.
Who was the supervisor, the supervising pastor for your cohort?
Brodes was our leader.
Would you consider y'all's group to have been a close group?
We were very close.
Did you become close with Pastor Perry through that group?
I did.
Is that why you reached out to him for spiritual counseling?
Yes, I trusted him.
Now I want to talk to you about that counseling, okay? When you approached Brodes Perry about counseling, did you explain why you wanted counseling?
I did.
What did you tell him?
I told him that my husband and I were having some marital issues, and I just needed to figure out spiritually which direction I just needed some spiritual guidance on direction.
Did Pastor Perry agree to meet with you?
He did.
Where did y'all meet?
We met in my office.
Why?
I didn't feel comfortable with being in the church, and I wanted to be in a safe space because this was, again, something that I was not fully embracing, that I had to deal with, and I wanted to be in a space where I knew that I can be able to be vulnerable.
And see, this is the same vein, y'all. Trying to save face, always trying to save face in her situation, in order to overcome some of the obstacles that she's dealing with. You have to be made uncomfortable, fam. You just have to. I think that's one of her mistakes that she made. Kara, what's going on? Salute to you. We're going over the love triangle turned deadly of Latosha Daniels, Brodes Perry, and Tabitha Perry.
Because this was, again, something that I was not fully embracing, that I had to deal with, and I wanted to be in a space where I knew that I could be able to be vulnerable.
During the first counseling session, what did you discuss?
Everything that was going on within my marriage.
How long was the first counseling session?
It was about 2 hours.
Were you emotional during that process?
Yes.
Were you open?
I was.
Did you tell him very personal, private things?
I did.
How long, well, at the end of that session, did you determine at that time that you were going to ask for a second session?
Yes.
How long until you had a second session?
It was approximately 2 to 3 weeks before the next one.
Did it feel good to get all of that off of your chest?
Yes.
Did you reach out to Brodes Perry for a second counseling session?
I did.
Did he say that he would come do a second counseling session?
He did.
When you had your second counseling session, did you ask him about any odd behavior from the first session?
I did.
What was that?
In the first session, from the moment he walked through the door, he had his hands in his coat pocket, his jacket pocket, and he sat there the entire time during the session with his hands in his pocket. So I found that to be a little strange, but I didn't say anything in the first session. So I asked him during the second session, because he came in and he didn't have his hands in his pocket. And I was like, what was that with you having your hands in your pockets? And at that time, he told me it was because he was trying to maintain his professionalism.
Was that the first time that you had any indication that he might be interested in you?
That was the first time.
Did you proceed to start with the second counseling session?
We did.
What happened after you started the counseling session?
As I was talking and sharing, Brodes reached over and grabbed, I had a 2-arm chair, and he pulled me toward him and began to passionately kiss me. And from there, in that session, we did have sex for the first time.
Were you proud of that encounter?
In hindsight, no, but at that time, he was giving me everything that I had been missing for a long time.
Did you know?
Man, you could hear it in her voice, fam. You could hear it in her voice. She was gone, hook, line, and sinker, man. 8-year marriage, with a dude that ain't paying you no attention, ain't got nothing for you. You trying to fix it. He don't want to fix it. He good, you know. And yeah, she just let you know what it was. OG Chevy Rider, what's going on with you? Salute to you, big homie. K Dizzle says spiritual counseling equal what Richard Pryor was doing on Which Way Is Up. Facts. That's a good ass movie too. Yeah, man. So this man came in. You didn't gave him the playbook, and he didn't came back and ran the whole play on you. And he didn't take no time. The second counseling session, he didn't came in and he didn't got right with you. You know what I'm saying? And she went for it. She went all the way.
That he was married.
I did.
Did you know his wife?
I had seen her at church, but didn't know of her.
You got to know her better later?
Yes.
How did you feel about the fact that Brodes was married?
At that time, honestly, I did not think about it. I knew that we both were married, and I was engaged in what he was giving me.
Had you had any attention like that in a long time?
No, I hadn't. In
Had you
years.
had any emotional attention?
Not in years.
Physical attention?
Not like that. No.
She gone, man. She gone, fam. So he knew what he was dealing with. He came in, he ran his play, brought his A game. And now she down for whatever. You know, she was married at the time. He was married at the time. Nothing else mattered. All it takes is a small window for the enemy to come in and do what he need to do. Yeah, this is crazy.
After your counseling sessions, did you end up getting divorced?
That was in February, and I did end up getting divorced in December of that year.
That's when it was finalized?
Yes.
And did Pastor Perry encourage you to get divorced?
We talked about it, and there were times whenever we would be on trips, he would make mention of, oh, we can't do that until you get a divorce, or we can't do this until you get a divorce.
Now, I want to talk to you.
Now, they can't do this, that, and the third until she get a divorce, but he's still married. Well, that's crazy work. So that boy said he kept his hands in his pockets to maintain his professionalism. Yeah, facts. Real deal. Say he took advantage of her vulnerability and desire to be loved. Absolutely. Gave her everything that she was lacking. And snatched it away. That what drove her crazy.
About your relationship with Brodes Perry, okay?
Okay.
After y'all had sex, did Brodes give you any particular instructions?
Yes. He immediately told me to download a app for us to be able to communicate. That app was called Confide.
Tell the jury what the Confide app did.
The Confide app, it's whenever you would send a message, and when you read that message, it would disappear. You couldn't screenshot it or anything like that. It would immediately disappear once you took your finger off the screen.
Did Brodes teach you how to use that app?
As we continued the app, it was probably maybe a week or two later, he found out that if you had, like, other people had your phone number in your phone and they had that app, then they could see you on it. So he had me to change my name on it and also change the way that I attached it to my account. So I went from having my phone number to coming up with a email address. So I made a new email address to be able to attach it that nobody else had.
And he taught you what all you needed to do for that app to do that.
Correct.
So that it could.
Now listen, if y'all done had intercourse and now he telling you need to download this app, you need to follow these steps. Matter of fact, take your name out of it, take your phone number out of it, create a new email address, and hook that up to the Confide app. Man, that man did this before. He'd have been here before, man. That should have been red flag number one. You know, cut your losses, man. When you see shit like that, you have to cut your losses, fam. But hey, man, love is blind, man.
That nobody else had.
And he taught you what all you needed to do for that app to do that.
Correct.
So that it could not be traceable back to you.
Correct.
And he did that all very quickly.
Yes.
Did he have, or was it almost a rule? Was it a rule Then you had to use that app to talk to him.
Most definitely. That was our main form of communication. As the relationship went on, if he wanted to use a different form of communication, like an email or maybe even direct messaging, he would then tell me, go to this platform or go to that one. But it was not, if I was to reach out to him without him reaching out to me first, I had to use the Confide app.
Did he set any other rules for your relationship?
Yes. As far as it came to trips that he wanted me to go on with him, I was the one who had to pay my way as far as airfare or travel. And then he would, his words would, he would then take care of the rest, meaning that I would have somewhere to stay. When I was in the hotel rooms, I was to stay naked. I couldn't have on any clothes. I had to, and the only way I would have clothes on is if we were getting ready to go out. But other than that, when in the hotel room, I had to be naked. I couldn't, if something was to have happened to him as far as medically, he did not want me to call 911. I would have to call, who we referenced him as the professor, but it was Pastor Pointer. I would have to call him in order to get him emergency attention. He said verbatim lots of times, do not call 911.
So that lets you know right now, the senior pastor was in on it too. The senior pastor knew that bro was running game, and she was informed that if anything happened to her or anything happened to him, do not call 911. Call the pastor. He got everything locked down. This is crazy. Then had a booking flights. Had a booking flights and a whole nine. So you get out here, I got you. You'll have somewhere to stay and I'll feed you. But it's crazy.
Did he add any rules towards the end of your relationship?
At the end of the relationship, he wanted me to say yes, sir, and no, sir to him.
Now I want to kind of break those down individually, okay?
Okay.
You were required to use the Confide app.
Yes.
I want to talk to you about the travel, okay? What kind of trips did Brodes want you to come on?
The very first one was to Vegas. He had some convention or something that he was at, and so that was the first one. He had invited me to go to Cuba with him that year, but he ended up right at the last minute changing it, saying that Tabitha wanted to go with him. So she went with him, and he was like, well, since you're not going to Cuba, go ahead and sign up to go to Israel for the church group trip. So I signed up to go to Israel and paid my way for that. I traveled with him to Savannah whenever he would go with Pastor Pointer.
Were there some trips that were for the pastors?
Yes.
And then other trips that were for the church group members?
The only church group that trip we went on was to Israel. The rest of them would be if he was doing something on his own, I guess, speaking engagement wise, or if he was following Pastor Pointer.
And then were there also personal trips?
And then we had personal trips.
If Brodes told you that he wanted you to go on that trip, was it expected that you would be on that trip?
I was on that trip.
Now I want to talk to you about the hotel room rule, okay? What would happen when Brodes would walk in and you were wearing clothing in a hotel room?
Once I did it and just, I don't know if I was cold or what, but when he was like, why do you still have on clothes? And when that happened, he withdrew affection from me. Like he was very cold, didn't want to be intimate until after I got undressed. But even then, it was then like a punishment I had to wait for him to decide that he was going to then give affection.
Now I want to talk to you about Pastor Pointer, okay?
Okay.
You called him the professor?
Yes.
What was his position within St. Mark's?
He was the lead pastor of St. Mark.
Did he know about your relationship with Brodes?
Yes, we hung out together a lot.
And do you know, is that why Pastor Pointer was supposed to be his medical emergency contact?
Correct.
Now I want to talk to you about the beginning of your relationship with Brodes, okay?
Mm-hmm.
How would you describe y'all's relationship at the beginning?
At the beginning, it was, I'm gonna have to say, amazing. I felt beautiful. He showed me so much attention. We did all kind of things together. It was, even we gelled intellectually. It was a great relationship.
Everything that you didn't have before?
Everything I didn't have before. Even to the fact I show up at my office and he had me a dozen of roses sent to me. It was just like everything that I wanted, everything that I even shared with him that I didn't have, he was giving it to me.
Even though he married. Even though he married, and every time y'all go out on a trip, you can't wear clothes. That's crazy. Well, I tell you, when you get the bad necessities snatched from you, when somebody give you just a crumb, you hook, line, and sinker wide open for it. It happened all the time.
Did you also give him things?
I did.
What kind of things did Brodes like?
As the relationship progressed, he got into cigars, and that was a big thing for him, to the point to where he had someone to draw him up a logo, and then I selected the name, so he became the Smoking Savant. And so the more expensive the cigar, the better for him. Then it went from cigars to bourbon, and he had to have the best of the bourbons.
Did you buy him the best of the bourbons?
Yes, I did.
Did you buy him the best of cigars?
I did.
Did you buy him other things?
He wanted this Toomey briefcase for work. I think it was like $400. I got him that. He was working out, and so he needed more workout clothes, and so I purchased him like $400 worth of gear in Nike gear. There was a time when he wanted to redo his closet and get some things organized, and I bought all the organization things to make sure that whatever he needed, I did it so that he could be good.
Did he also expect you to do that?
It got to a point to where it did become an expectation.
At the beginning of your relationship, at some point, did Tabitha go to Florida?
Yes, in 2017, it was around, I think, October. Brodes said that he had sent Tabitha back to Florida and that they were separated. He said that he just needed, he was feeling this urge of, he had this thing of saying that he was always wanting to be single. He never knew what it meant to be a single man. And so in that instance, he was sending her back so he could explore that to some degree.
Did he indicate to you that they were separated?
Yes.
How long was she in Florida?
At least after Christmas.
So over a month?
Yes.
2 months?
Yes.
So during that period of time, were you staying with him a lot?
Yes, I stayed probably about 3 or 4 nights with him during that time. And we also went out of the country.
Now, I want to talk to you about when y'all would travel together, kind of what you would, or I'm sorry, not when you traveled, the things that y'all would do together.
Okay.
Travel was one of them, right?
Yes.
And did you both get interested in bourbon?
I did start eventually tasting them. He would always ask me to taste and try to figure out the notes or the different contents of them, but it wasn't something that I just enjoyed.
What about cigars?
Again, I did begin to smoke certain cigars. He picked out one that was better for me than the others that wasn't too strong.
Did you go with him to cigar lounges?
Yes. Everywhere we traveled, we would find cigar lounges.
Did you actually pay his dues to cigar clubs?
The first, I paid 2 sets of dues. The first set of dues was at Dave's and Sons, and those won that much. And then the second one was at a club called 1836.
Were those expensive?
They were $125
a month.
Yes.
Did he ask you to pay that?
No.
You just did
I
to
did
make him happy?
Yes.
Did you engage in any physical activities together?
Man, this crazy, man. He had her ass wide open. Anything that he wanted, she was there at his disposal. That's crazy. Yeah, he knew he had one.
We ran together. We eventually began cycling. He got upset with me because I did not purchase his bike. I was like, I can't afford your $2,500 bike and mine. And that did cause him to be upset. But he eventually got his bike and I got mine, and we joined a cycling club together. We also exercised together. We would go swimming. So we did those things.
Around those kind of activities, did you have any particular rules that you had to follow?
Now, if we were in the cigar lounge and we was not hanging out with a certain group, he would have me to call a certain individual to invite her to come so that it looked like it was more of a church thing than it was just he and I hanging out. And that was just kind of the case even with the running. It was going to always be somebody from the church, even though they didn't know they were a third party. It was the way of being able for us to still be together, but it not look like it was just us together. It would always be someone from the church.
And who made that rule to have somebody else always there?
That was him.
I want to talk to you now about ethical non-monogamy, okay?
Yes.
Did Brodes talk to you about ethical non?
Ethical non-monogamy. This is a concept that he came up with that allowed him to have more than one partner at the same time. And he brought it to his wife, but his wife wasn't going. Her? Oh, she all about some ethical non-monogamy.
Monogamy.
Yes.
Was this a lifestyle that he was interested in?
Yes.
Can you tell the jury what Brodes told you about ethical non-monogamy? What is it?
It is where individuals are able to have multiple relationships, but everyone in the relationship must consent.
Did Brodes tell you that he had talked to Tabitha about ethical non-monogamy?
He did.
Did he tell you that Tabitha had said she was comfortable with it, but he just hadn't told her about you yet?
He said that she had given him permission to be open on his side of the marriage.
So she was not allowed to be open on her side.
Correct.
But he told you that she had given him permission to go outside.
Yes.
But he had not told her about you, to your knowledge.
No, not to my knowledge.
Did Brodes ever give you a book to read?
The Ethical Slut is the book that he wanted me to read so that I could have a more foundation and knowledge of this lifestyle that he was wanting to be in.
Did you read that book?
I did.
Were you interested in the lifestyle espoused by that book?
No, I was not.
How soon?
The name of the book is called The Ethical Slut. But this is some crazy, man, this is some Max Julian type pimp shit. If you know, you know.
Soon into the relationship, did Brodes Perry start discussing this concept of ethical non-monogamy?
Actually, it started, so we were just having conversations about things in life that we wanted to do, bucket list type of things that we were curious in. And at that time, he was like, one of the things I want to do is have a threesome. And I was like, yeah, no, that's nothing I've ever thought about. But he was like, well, I've had one before, but I paid for it. And this time I want to have one where I don't have to pay for it. And so he began to speak about, the term he would use is Tabitha and I being sister wives. Didn't quite know what that meant, but as things went on, he would start to talk about me watching them have sex. And he was like, but I think she'll be on board with it, just give it time. But so this would be the dialogue. And that dialogue just continued on to where it went from watchers to now wanting to have the threesomes. And then that's when the ethical slut was introduced. And so it was just like a progression of this lifestyle that he wanted.
So kind of breaking that down, how far into the relationship did he start discuss wanting a watcher with you?
It was pretty early on. I would have to say it was before they took their trip to Cuba, which was around his birthday in May, that he began to talk. He was talking about the watcher. So that was 3 months.
Was that a different trip than the birthday trip that he took where he had the threesome?
Yes, that was a different trip.
Okay. Did the threesome birthday trip happen while y'all were together or before?
It happened while we were together.
Did you know that he was going to do that?
The threesome trip in Cuba?
No, when he went and paid for the threesome.
Oh, that was well before I knew him.
At any point, did you watch him and Tabitha have sex?
No.
Was Tabitha ever invited to watch you and Brodes have sex?
No.
Were you comfortable with the concept of a watcher?
No.
Was Brodes persistent about a watcher?
Very much so.
Explain that for me.
Everywhere we went, he would even text me and say, hey, you need to find us a watcher, find us a watcher. And so I got to the point, I was like, if I can find somebody, hopefully I can get him to stop. So I asked a friend of mine if she would do it for us. And she was like, if I do, we're taking it to our grave. He had me to tell her to download Confide, and we were able to dialogue 3-way. And the things that he was asking her to do, she just backed out.
Did that whole thing make you very uncomfortable?
Very much so.
Why were you willing to even entertain it?
I wanted to make him happy.
So now I want to talk to you about Brodes wanting to expand the ethical non-monogamy. Well, I guess first, was he actually engaging in ethical non-monogamy?
No.
So you got this is spot on. He realized that she didn't have any boundaries early on. Now she went from being a victim of the moment, having sex with this man on the second therapy session, to now, you had one slip up, fine. You married, he married. You didn't got divorced. You know this man's still married, and you trying to bring somebody else into the bedroom. See, she lost herself. And I know it sounds bad, but I still feel sorry for her because she went down through that. But yeah, she made a lot of mistakes. Anytime that he got his wife, he got you, and then he trying to bring somebody else into it, that's when you got to cut the cord, man. Like, man, maybe this nigga's a freak, bruh. And I believe he absolutely was one. But her whole thing is she just trying to make him happy. Anything he want. Had her ass.
Tabitha had no idea any of this was going on, right?
No.
As far as you knew, she knew that that's what he wanted, but he hadn't told her.
As far as I knew, correct.
And you've heard differently from even that here.
Yes.
Did Brodes ask you about expanding the relationship beyond you?
He did.
When he asked you about that, how did you respond?
I told him I didn't want to.
Did he tell you, well, my wife's on board with it, so why is it my girlfriend?
That's exactly what he said.
Did that cause problems between you and Brodes?
At first, no, but as it continued to go on, it did. Especially after he joined like this, he called it a book club, but they met on Marco Polo talking about the book, The Ethical Slut. And so the more that he engaged in that, it became to where it was because he was more like, why are you not on board with this? And I'm like, why would I be? Like, it doesn't make sense because we already have limited time together. So why would I say, yes, you can be able to be with multiple women? And so it was that part, it was hard.
Did you love Brodes Perry?
I shouldn't have, but I did.
Were you in love with Brodes Perry?
I was.
Were you wanting to build a life with Brodes Perry?
I wanted what we had at that time, yes.
And y'all saw each other frequently, right?
We saw each other just about every day. I would cook for him, and so he would come to my office to eat lunch. If he didn't come to the office, I would drop it off for him. But it got to the point to where he knew my code to my office, so he would just come in. He knew where to get his lunch, warm it up, and if I had a session, of course, he would wait out in his vehicle. But other than that, he would come in and we would sit there and have lunch every day.
How did Brodes react when you told him that you were not open to expanding to allow him to have more girlfriends? He was emotionally distant. He would just he would tell me, well, you need to go and find someone. And I'd be like, I don't want anyone but you. And so he knew that would play on like my insecurities. So one time when he said, you need to go out and find someone, I said, well, what if I do? And he said, well, then we won't be together. So he knew that was going to get to me because I wanted to be with him. I enjoyed our time together when we did have it. And so he used the emotional part, the affection. He would give it to me, withdraw it if I wasn't really complying with what he wanted. Since all of this has happened, have you had time to really retrospectively consider your relationship with Brodes?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I want to talk to you. We'll get back to that. I want to talk to you about that Marco Polo group, okay?
Okay.
Brodes was in an ethical non-monogamy group with 2 other women, right?
Yes.
Were you a part of that group?
I was not.
Were you ever allowed to be involved with that group?
I wasn't.
But you knew about it?
Yes.
Would he have let you contribute?
That was the first time that any activity that he'd done that he didn't even invite me to do.
Did he actively keep it from you?
I would say so, because with any other thing he did, even to joining like a bourbon society, like we had memberships to a lot of things together, but that was one thing that he did not invite me to.
I want to talk to you about when Brodes and Tabitha Archie moved to Memphis, okay?
Okay.
Mississippi Boulevard reached out to Brodes, right?
To my knowledge, according to him, the pastor from Mississippi Boulevard reached out to Pastor Pointer, and then Pastor Pointer shared that with Brodes.
Had Brodes, to your knowledge, had any issues at St. Mark's?
Yes, he would tell me a lot about conflict that he was having with some of his coworkers. And then there was one instance where According to him, he had misuse of a credit card.
Your Honor, this is going to the context of their relationship, just giving background on, and this is going to her buying things, paying for things. This is a debt that she repaid for him, and that's what it's going into.
So now they got a sidebar. They got a sidebar, and y'all see who it is. Art Horn. You know what I'm saying? They got her off to a certain extent. Let's
With you whether or not he should accept it?
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna bring it back some. But yeah, this is crazy, man. It's crazy. T Baby said a church full of freaks. Daggum right. And not only that, she finna get into the situation where this man then committed credit card fraud in the church and made her pay the damn tab off. You was the biggest fool ever. Black Barbie, what's good? What's going on? Salute to everybody in the building, man. Can y'all please hit that like button? Hit the like button for your boy, man. And if you can, donate to the channel. I appreciate it in advance, man. Let's get back to it.
Your debt, right?
No.
So, did Brodes talk to you when this other church reached out to him?
He did.
Did he discuss with you whether or not he should accept it?
Yes.
What did you tell him?
I told him I thought it was a great opportunity for him.
Why?
Because of the things that was being shared to me, that some things he was dealing with within the employment at St. Mark. I thought that would be a great thing for him. So he sent me his resume, told me to change it to performance-based, and I did that, and he went to the interview.
Is Mississippi Boulevard a prestigious church?
To my knowledge.
And you're not from here, right?
No.
You've never lived in Memphis?
I have not.
Did he eventually, to your knowledge, accept that position at Mississippi Boulevard?
Yes.
Did the church have a going away party for Brodes and Tabitha Perry?
I planned a going away party. Actually, he had two. He had one at the Cigar Lounge and then one for the church.
Who planned the party at the Cigar Lounge?
I did.
Who planned the party at the church?
I did.
Who paid for the majority of the gifts?
I did. And then he gave me a backstory on how to be able to elicit money from the other members of the church so that he could have a certain amount of money for when he left.
What do you mean?
Like it was, hey, reach out to the life groups and tell them, I'm going away and we're going to do monetary gifts. So that's what I did.
Did he get monetary gifts from that?
He did.
Before Brodes left, did he give you his new address in Memphis?
Yes.
Now I want to talk to you about after they moved, okay?
Okay.
Did your relationship with Brodes Perry continue after he moved to Memphis?
Yes.
Would Brodes come back to Little Rock?
He would.
Do you know why he would come? Why he would come back?
Yes. The main reason why he would come back is because of his orthodontics appointments, and then also he was building up a business and a consulting business, and he was beginning to he had one client that he was coming back to begin to do some consulting with.
What would happen when he came in town between the two of y'all?
We would meet up at the hotel and hang out.
I want to, and was that he would come in town and he would contact you?
Yes.
And y'all would get together?
Yes.
Now I want to talk to you about April the 15th. I'm sorry, not April the 15th, March the 15th of 2019, okay?
Okay.
Did Brodes come in town that day?
He did.
Did he text you?
He did.
Did you meet him at the hotel?
I did.
Do you recall what hotel?
I think it may have been Spring Hill.
What happened after you went to the hotel?
The first time I went to the hotel, it was, just a drop off. He had asked me to bring him to go buy him something to eat and to stop by and get him some bourbon. After I brought that to him, we made an agreement to meet up later on. I had called him and as it was getting later and say, hey, what time are we going to meet up? And he was just like, I don't know. I'll let you know. But he never called. So I was at home and I was like, I'm just going to break up with him. Like, I'm not going to do this treatment. Like, it's no. I went to the lounge. I still had some gifts to give him, and he was coming out. And I said, unlock your car. And I started putting the gifts in. Well, once he got closer to me, he just hugged me and gave me the key to the room and was like, go to the room. So I was like, okay. And I did.
Once he hugged you, was it all better?
It was.
Is that kind of how it went with Brodes?
Yes.
She's smiling now. She done off the man and she's smiling like a mug. Now, boy, this man had an effect like none other on this lady. This is crazy. Frat. Hey, Frat. So if you want a freaky dog, come to St. Mark's. But it's crazy, man. Salute to you, big dog.
So tell me about what happened after that.
That was one of the times that I still had my clothes on. So of course, when he got in there, he's like, why you still got clothes on? And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I got undressed. I did tell him, I said, I was coming to break up with you because of the way you're treating me. And he laughed it off and was like, well, why didn't you? And I was like, because you know, I really do love you. He came over to the bed, started tickling me. We laughed it off. And then as we began to engage in what I thought was going to be lovemaking was not that night.
Can you tell me what happened?
As I was performing oral sex on him, he began to thrust himself inside my mouth really hard. And I told him that was hurting. Then he grabbed my hair. I had long hair, and he wrapped my hair around his hand and he started yanking it. And when he wasn't thrusting himself in my mouth, he was pulling my hair really hard. And with his other hand, he would just hit me and hit me and hit me. And I was like, it's hurting. And he was like, you better not bite me. You better not bite me. And then after that, we had sex, and it was just rough, and it was hard, and it was just not what I was used to. And then once we finished, something he never, ever does was he rolled over and just gave me the cold shoulder. And I was like, you're not going to hold me? And he was like, no, and just went to sleep.
How did that make you feel?
I felt so used.
Did that affect you emotionally?
Yes. I was just like, what is always happening to me?
Did you decide anything when you were in that emotional state?
Well, that particular night, that morning, we stayed the night together, and that morning he got up and he left. He was getting dressed, and I was like, where are you going? Like, we always showered together. And he was like, and I was like, where are you going with still smelling like me? And he was like, none of your business. I was like, since when did you not tell me your schedule? And he left. Well, he was getting ready to leave. So I got up and I got dressed. And as I got dressed, I grabbed the key card for the room off the thing, and he laughed it off, and I left. And later on, I texted and said, hey, are we meeting up again? And he was like, I'll let you know. Of course, the day went on. I had rearranged everything thinking that he was going to end up we would see each other earlier that day, but I didn't. And so that night, when I still didn't hear from him, I decided to head to the room. And as I was going, he was there. But in my wanting to head to the room, I had made the decision that I was going to kill myself in front of him because I just wanted him to feel the pain that he was causing me. So when we got in the room, he was already in there by the time I parked and got in. And I pulled out my gun and I told him, you're about to feel the same pain that you've been giving me.
Did you ever threaten him?
No.
Did you threaten yourself?
I told him I was going to kill myself.
What did he do?
He began to tell me no, and he kept saying that he loved me and that we can fix it. And I was just like, no, you're treating me so bad. And he was just like, that's not, I love you. And eventually he talked me into putting the gun on the counter and coming over and sitting and talking to him.
did that restore a reason for you to live in that moment?
It did.
Was this the first time that you had gotten to the point of hopelessness that you felt like you needed to kill yourself?
Not in a relationship, no.
This woman was a mess, fam. I ain't even gonna hold you. This woman was a mess. She brought a pistol to the room and we're gonna use it on not him, but herself. This is crazy as hell. He knew he had him one. But when she pulled that pistol, he was like, yeah, I gotta let you go. I gotta let you go, fam. You can see where this is going. When she pulled that pistol, all bets was out. He knew she was crazy, but when she pulled that pistol, he was like, oh, hell no. I got too much to lose. Yeah, we need to go and break this off.
Not in a relationship, no.
Have you struggled for a long time with depression and suicidal ideations?
Yes.
After Brodes convinced you to put down the gun, did he take the gun away from you?
No.
Did he take the gun from the counter?
It wasn't until I got ready to leave when I went back to try to get it, and then he pushed me out of the way and he got it.
He didn't want you to be able to leave with the gun?
No.
And was he worried what you would do with it?
Yes, but he made me promise to meet him the next morning at the lounge.
Do you know where he put the gun?
At that time, I did not.
But he kept it from you, right?
Yes.
And you later found out that he had placed it in a locker at the cigar lounge?
Yes.
Anissa, what's up, squad? I just wanted to say what's up to you. I seen you in the chat. Didn't get a chance to speak. What's up with it, Anissa?
After that happened, did you realize that you needed a little bit of time?
Yes.
What did you do?
I made a plan to go and be with my friend. She is a therapist, but I just needed to get away, and she had an extra room. And so I just told her that I needed her to watch me and to just be there if I needed her. And
was she in Little Rock?
She lived in Pine Bluff, Arkansas.
So how far away from Little Rock?
About a 45-minute drive.
Is she someone that you also worked with?
Yes.
At that point in time, were you pretty desperate for?
Yes, I even was going to go and be with another friend of mine who was a clinician, but she lived in St. Louis. But she then, by the time it was for me to leave one friend to go to her, was then going through some marital issues herself. So I decided not to go to her house.
During the time that you stayed with your friend, were you speaking with Brodes?
Very limited.
When you got back to Little Rock, did you resume speaking with Brodes?
I did.
Were y'all still together at that point?
Yes.
I want to talk to you about April the 4th, 2019, okay?
Yes.
Can you tell me about the text that you got on April the 4th?
I had sent our regular good morning text. I didn't hear anything from him that morning. And then later in the afternoon, I seen what he had responded. And so I opened it up. And it said, I think our time is up. So he had broke up with me via disappearing text.
How did that make you feel?
I felt so used and worthless, and I just felt like trash. Like who does that to somebody who they say that they love?
This lady is a ball of mush, man. And I'm not talking about her, but she is a ball of mush, man. This is crazy. Bro ended up breaking up with her over the Confide app. For y'all that's just not coming in, if y'all don't know what Confide app is, it's basically like Snapchat. You can send messages on there, and as soon as you open the message, you read it. When you take your finger off the screen, the message is gone. So basically, this was their line of communication. So after she pulled up at that hotel with that pistol, talking about doing herself dirty, he done waited for about a week, hit her back up and said, hey, man, it's over with. And that was that.
How did you react after you read that?
I wrote a letter. I wrote a suicide note to my family because I was just like, I'm tired. I'm tired of the pain. I'm tired of it all. And I just wanted I wanted the pain to end. So I wrote a note and made a plan to take my life.
Your Honor, may I approach the witness?
Yes.
Latosha, do you recognize that?
Yes.
What is that?
This is the note that I wrote to my family.
Your Honor, I'd ask that that be made the next number to exhibit. In objection.
We'll show the suicide letter as exhibit 22.
And it's crazy because throughout this whole story, you don't hear nothing about family,
Latosha, can you tell me the date
nothing
and
about the
time
kids. You just
of
hear
that
about
letter?
Buddy.
April 4th, 2019 at 3:14 p.m.
Can you read that letter to the jury?
To my family, I'm sorry that I have let you down. I tried my best to be the person you all thought I was. I tried to be the person you could count on and be proud of. However, I have been depressed for a long time. I did well with coping until the past 2 years. My world changed February 24th, 2017. And the shit just keeps getting worse. I know what I have been through may be nothing to some. And you don't understand why I couldn't bounce back. I have fought hard for so long to keep things together.
She divorced her husband. When she had a session with this man, she was like, fuck that nigga. She divorced her husband for the executive pastor at St. Mark's, who eventually became the executive pastor at Mississippi Boulevard in Memphis. And they carried this relationship on until his untimely demise. Yeah, man. Salute to Althea. Salute to you.
I didn't trust anyone to know deep down how bad I was struggling. Only a handful of people knew, but they couldn't help me. To my fellas, I'm so sorry that I have let you down. I have fought hard to be the best mother I could be to each of you. I pray that what I have taught you will stick with you forever. Please don't be ashamed of me. Mother, thank you for being my mother. Please know that although you didn't think I loved you, I really did. I wanted so badly for us to be close. There was many times I just wanted to crawl into your arms and have you hold me. I'm sorry for being a failure. I tried to make you proud of me. Words can't explain or express the pain I feel at this moment. I have pretended for so long to be happy. I have tried to work through the pain and begin to heal. But just as my life would have it, yet another loss appears to remind me just how much of a failure I am. I don't have any insurance and I don't have any money. So please just have me cremated and don't worry about a service. I don't want to be a burden. I'm sorry for letting all you down. I love you as all so much and I wish I could live myself as much as I wish I could love myself as much as I love you all. Please take care of my fellas and always remind them of my love for them. I'm not being selfish. I just don't know how. I don't know. Okay. I don't know. This got out of hand, but it says, I'm sorry for letting all of you down and I love you all so much. I wish I could love myself as much as I love you all. Please take care of my fellas and always remind them of my love for them. I'm not being selfish. I just don't know how to continue bearing the pain I have felt for over 25 years of my life. With each loss, hurt, disappointment, etc., I've experienced through the years, it only added to my current state of mind. I thought I could continue to push through and be strong, the strong Tasha everyone knows, but I can't. I'm weak, and I have been for over the past year and a half. I thought I would bounce back. I prayed consistently, but I guess God no longer hears my prayers since I wasn't doing His will. I'm not perfect. I've messed up so many times in my life. The thing I wanted to be the most successful in, I messed up not once but twice. Well, really 3 times. I will leave that for you all to find in my journals.
You wrote that at 3:14 p.m.
Yes.
Where did you leave that?
I left it in my phone because I knew my little sister would find it because she helped me with my appointments. And that's the phone she used for making my appointments.
Did you leave it for her to find?
Yes.
What did you do after you wrote that note?
I drove to Sherwood to go purchase a gun
Why did you go purchase a gun?
because I didn't have my other one.
What was the purpose of the gun?
I wanted to end my life, and I felt like that was going to be the best way to do it.
When you went to that store, were you buying a gun to kill yourself, or were you buying a gun to kill someone else?
I was buying a gun to kill myself. I had a whole plan.
What was your plan?
I didn't want to do it at my house because my son lived with me. So I decided, as I was just thinking about all the pain, to go to this park in Jacksonville, Arkansas.
How far away from Little Rock was that park?
Jacksonville might be about a 20-minute drive from my home. And the reason why I chose that was because that's where Brodes was. He wasn't from Jacksonville, Arkansas, but the Jacksonville part of it was attached to him. And the name of the park was Johnson Park, which was attached to my second ex-husband. And then Ray Road, my daddy's middle name was Ray. So I just associated with all the pain from the men in my life. And so that's where I was going to go.
Them are crazy as hell, man. That's too much. Too much. I don't know what Pastor Brodes had going on, but he had her out there, man. That's too much. Man, listen to this, man.
Which was attached to my second ex, and the name of the park was Johnson Park, which was attached to my second ex-husband. And then Ray Road, my daddy's middle name was Ray. So I just associated with all the pain from the men in my life. And so that's where I was going to go.
How did you go there?
I was going to drive in my car. It's from my home, it would have been straight down 440.
Is that an interstate?
Yes.
What happened while you were driving to Johnson Park?
As I was driving, I saw the Memphis exit. And so then I was like, go talk to him, Tasha. Just go let him see you. Go see why. And that's what I did. I just drove so I can see him face to face and hope that I can get something from him besides the fact that he broke up with me with a disappearing text. And as I was driving, he did text me, and as he was telling me that he still loved me. So I was trying to just figure out what was going on.
What did you do after you saw the Memphis exit?
I took it and I drove to Memphis.
Where did you go?
I went down to where I knew he would possibly be, which was a lounge. I guess it's in the downtown Memphis area called The Pocket. At the time, I think it was a fairly new lounge that he, when he got employment at Mississippi Boulevard, one of the members there had told him about.
Now listen, I'm gonna keep it a stack with you. You know, she wrote that note to her fellas, which is her sons, her mother, the young lady. She said that helps make her appointments. But it seemed like she got all the time in the world, fam. Listen to the timeline. You going buying pistols, you hitting the freeway, you went to the park, then you said, no, I ain't going to the park. I seen Memphis 120 miles away, so I'm gonna go and I'm gonna take the Memphis exit and go to Memphis. Fam, you got all the time in the world. I don't mind the devil's playground, man. Find you something to do, man. That's all I'm saying. Too much time. Spend time with your family. She had them forsook all them people. Her mind was squarely on Brodes. And she went to see about him.
Did you go to the pocket because Brodes told you he goes to the pocket on Thursday?
Yes.
Do you remember what time you arrived?
I don't. I just know it was dark. And I know that I circled around for approximately 30 minutes trying to find a parking spot because I didn't know that you couldn't like park on the street. Like everything down there was paved.
Just to back up for a second, when you went to the gun store to buy the gun to kill yourself, what did you take with you?
Just my license and my debit card.
Where was your purse?
I guess I had left it at home.
Did you bring just necessities with you to the gun store?
Yes.
And you left the gun store right after you finished purchasing the gun, right?
Yes.
How did you select the gun?
I went with what was the cheapest that was on. They have a wall that has all the guns, the names, and the prices, and I just chose the cheapest one.
How did you select ammunition?
Whatever the guy told me to get, I got it. Because I was about to walk out the store till he was like, do you need ammunition? I was like, oh yeah. And so he told me whatever he recommended, I was like, yes.
She was walking out. She bought a gun and then had no bullets to put in it. Man, this is crazy. This is one of the craziest stories I've ever heard, fam. She went in there to get a gun to kill herself and forgot to buy the bullets. Man say, do you need ammunition? She like, oh yeah, hook me up. This shit is crazy. I know it's not a laughing matter, but oh my goodness, when you think about it, oh my goodness. Oh, she was out there. She was out there.
And did you see on the video where he was showing you different types of ammunition?
Yes.
Is that what he was saying?
Right. And I told you couldn't hear, but I was like, I don't know. Just whatever you tell me.
When you left the gun store, what did you do with the gun?
I think it was still in the bag. I went home because I did wanted to leave my son something. So I had stopped at the ATM and got out whatever money I could get. And so when I got home, I put that in his room. And then I changed clothes and I dumped some bullets out on the bed and just grabbed a handful of them and took the gun and left the house.
What did you do with the handful of bullets on the gun?
Once I got in my car, because I was trying to hurry up and leave because I didn't want him to come home while I was there, I loaded the gun in my car. And once whatever was left over, I put everything into my coat pocket that was sitting in the passenger seat.
Thinking about everybody but herself. Left the gun shop. Said, oh, let me go empty my account and give all my money to my son. That's her problem. She making decisions based on everybody else's happiness. She ain't consider herself not once. Not once.
Now, when you parked downtown, where did you go?
I started walking in the direction in which I knew the lounge was. And once I got on the street, I started walking up the street and I actually saw Brodes coming out of the lounge and I walked past him.
Were there any rules in your relationship regarding how to behave when you saw him in public?
Yes, I was not to approach him because I never knew who he may have in his company. So I was not to approach him, but if he acknowledged me, then I could have, talk to him.
Bitch, don't speak to me in public. Rest in peace, the dog.
Did you come within his sight?
Yes.
Did he acknowledge you?
Yes.
You actually walked right.
I walked past him, and so he said, "So you're just gonna walk past me and not say anything?"
At that point in time, did y'all engage in a conversation?
Yes.
After you talked with Brodes, what did y'all figure out?
Well, we decided that because his thing was I still wasn't wanting to be on board with him and this non-monogamy and have been able to see other women. So we came to I told him, well, we still haven't told Tab. You've always said something about telling Tab, so we haven't told Tabitha. And he said, okay, we'll tell Tabitha. He told me to go to the apartment and just talk to her about tenants until he got there, and that once he was there, we would tell her. He had to go to his boss house to drop off something.
And that's the thing. She couldn't manage her own mental health because she was built up in pride. She didn't want her cohorts or her coworkers or her peers to know that she was struggling. So you went outside of that system and sought help with a man at a church. And he took her down through there, took her for everything she was worth. You know, when it comes to things like this, you have to put that pride to the side, fam. It's just real. If you want real, legitimate help, go see a professional. Now, I'm not discouraging people from going to deal with parishioners or people in the church. But she knew this nigga was on bullshit from the jump. This nigga came in there and had a 2-hour session with her with his hands in his pocket, talking about he was trying to contain himself. Right then, you should have left and said, yeah, you ain't the one for me, fam. But she went. And she went because she was insecure. She didn't feel special. She didn't feel beautifully and wonderfully made. And that one decision cost her damn near 20 years in the prison system. Let's go.
And so he gave me a backstory as to what to tell her if she asked me while I was in town. And we left. But before leaving, we came to the resolve that once we told Tabitha about the relationship, we had a trip that was planned to go. We was going to Kentucky. If she said yes, then that would be a new start, a fresh start. But if she said no, then that would be the trip that we would end.
Did Brodes indicate to you that he was going to tell Tabitha while y'all were at the apartment?
Yes.
About your relationship?
Yes.
And what would have happened, or would you have been allowed to tell Tabitha without his okay?
I didn't know.
What would you have been able to continue a relationship with Brodes if you had done that?
No.
So I want to talk to you then about when you left downtown, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Where did you go?
I put in the address that he had given me, and so that address did say Collierville. I didn't know how far away it was or anything. I just placed it in a GPS.
Do you remember what time you arrived at the apartment?
I know it was late. I just remember when we were there and we were talking, I remember the news coming on.
Probably around 9 o'clock?
Yes.
So you left Little Rock, Arkansas at approximately 5 o'clock, right? And drove to downtown Memphis, right?
Yes.
That takes about 2.5 hours?
Yes.
How long would you say that you were talking with Brodes?
We talked for a while because I remember the valet pulling the car up a ways and getting out, and just because he was sitting in there waiting on him and we never did. So he just pulled it up and we continued to talk.
So then you left downtown. It was dark?
Yes.
Drove to Collierville?
Yes.
What did you do when you arrived at the apartment?
I circled around because it was dark and I really couldn't see like numbers or anything. So I circled around and then I guess eventually I found the building number and I parked and found my way to their apartment according to the address.
If I may just have one moment, Your Honor.
This is part of Exhibit 12. Latosha, is that your car?
Yes.
Is this also a photograph of your vehicle?
Yes.
Which vehicle is yours in that picture?
The silver one.
This one?
Yes.
While you were sitting in your car, did you call Brodes?
I did. And I shared with him that I was a little nervous and could we just go somewhere and talk. And he said, no, we're going, you wanted to talk to Tabitha, we're going to talk to her.
Did he answer every time you called him?
I didn't call him a lot, but I did that night.
Before you walked inside, was there times you called him and he didn't answer?
No.
Okay. Not that you recall?
Not the right call.
After you had talked to him and he said, no, we're going to do this, what did you do?
I went to the apartment and knocked on the door.
Were you wearing your coat?
Yes.
When did you put on your coat?
When I got out of the car to go to find him at the lounge.
Is that when you were walking around downtown at night by yourself?
Yes.
Did you ever take your coat off after leaving downtown?
No.
When you left downtown, how would you describe your feelings?
I was a little hopeful. I was like, okay, maybe, we can get some resolve. We can get back to normal. And so that's what I was focused on.
And when he insisted on telling Tabitha, did you get even more hope?
Yes.
So what did you do? Did you get out of your car?
Yes, I got out of my car.
Were you still wearing your jacket?
Yes.
Did it register to you that you had a gun in your pocket?
It did not.
Did you go to the apartment?
I did.
What did you do when you got to the door?
I knocked on the door. And I can't remember, but I ended up bending down. And that's when she said, I'm not going to open the door for someone I don't see. And so I knocked again. And that's when she was like, Tasha, is that you?
What do you mean you bent down?
I don't know if I couldn't remember if it was time assured or something. I just remember bending down, which is why she didn't see me when I knocked the first time.
You just don't remember?
No, I don't. Yeah.
Who answered the door?
Tabitha.
What did she do when she answered the door?
She, once she opened it, she embraced me and said hello and welcomed me in.
Did you go inside?
I did.
Where did you go when you went inside?
She positioned for me to toward the couch, and she sat on one end and I sat on the other.
And that would be Your Honor, if I may put this is part of the cumulative exhibit. Is this the couch that you're referring to?
Yes.
And you were seated on this side?
I was.
And Tabitha was seated on this side?
Yes.
Did you talk to Tabitha?
Yes, we talked. We talked about tennis, but right before we kind of got into the tennis talk, she had made a phone call to Brodes.
And what did she say to him?
She told him, she asked how long it was going to be before he got there. And then she told him she had a surprise for him.
When Tabitha let you into the apartment, did she close the door behind you?
Yes.
You and Tabitha were sitting alone in the apartment with a closed door, right?
Yes.
Would anybody outside of the apartment have been able to see in through that door?
No.
How long did you sit talking with Tabitha?
Again, I know the news ended up coming on, so maybe 15 minutes or so.
At any point, did you pull your gun out and threaten Tabitha?
No.
At any point, did you verbally threaten Tabitha?
No.
At any point, were you trying to hurt Tabitha?
Not at all.
Were you happy to be there about to have this conversation with Tabitha?
Yes.
Was Brodes there yet?
No.
Now, I want to talk to you about when Brodes Perry arrived, okay?
Okay.
When he walked in the door, could you see him?
Yes.
Can you describe his demeanor when he saw you?
When he came in, he didn't look surprised or anything, which is what I thought he would do since he knew I was going to be there. But he was just like, I think Tab was like, surprise. And he was like, "This is not a surprise. I thought you had some keto cookies for me." And from there, he was like, "What are you doing here?" And then I went with the story again that I was in town for a conference. And we just kind of started engaging in small talk. He came and sat beside me. And then after about a minute or so, was like, "Would you like a pour?"
What is a pour?
A pour is some bourbon.
Did you accept the pour of bourbon?
I did.
Where was Brodes seated?
He was approximately a foot or two from me.
I'm putting back up from the cumulative exhibit.
That blue chair?
This blue chair right here?
Yes.
And you were seated here?
Yes.
And Tabitha was still seated here?
Yes.
After you accepted the pour of bourbon from him, did he make any comments about you drinking?
He came back and sat down, and as we were talking, he would make references to me drinking and would say, "Well, I think you're going to have to stay the night." So I'm thinking, okay, well, this is about to get into this conversation, but he never would give me eye contact. But he would continue to make, it's like, we have to clean out the bed in there because it has a lot of clothes on it. And, but I'm still looking at him to get to see where you're going with this, but he never did lead into the conversation. He actually started asking me questions like, "So where are you staying in Memphis?" And I'm like, "That wasn't part of what you told me you was going to say." So I don't know Memphis. He knows I didn't know Memphis. And so I didn't know what to say. I finally said an Airbnb. And then Tabitha was like, "Where?" And I was like, "Downtown." And then that conversation ended. And he continued to say something about me staying the night, but never going into the conversation of what we were supposed to be talking about.
Had you ever been into that apartment before?
No.
On April the 4th, when you were there, what part of the apartment did you go into?
I walked through the front door, which led into a small little hallway and right into their kitchen area.
And then into the living room?
And then yes.
Did you go into any bedroom?
No.
Right, this is part of the cumulative exhibit 13. Did you ever go into the guest bedroom?
I did not.
What is all over the bed in the guest bedroom?
Clothes.
Had you seen that?
No.
But those are the clothes Brodes was talking about?
Yes.
When he was talking about clearing off the bed, you sleeping over, did you think that was his jumping off point to talk to Tabitha?
I thought so.
How were you feeling at that point?
Very nervous.
Were you also excited?
I think I was more nervous because I just didn't know which way it was going to go, but hopeful.
At some point, you lost hope.
Yes.
And you said you were going to leave.
Yes.
Why did you decide to leave?
I saw that it wasn't going anywhere. Like I said.
Man, listen, you gotta be a damn fool to think these folk, you sitting up there waiting on this man to strike up a conversation with his wife on whether he gonna let you into the family. That's crazy. Where's your mind at? Some people can be just book smart and common sense just evade them. You know what I mean? And that's what we're dealing with. A person that is book smart, but common sense skipped a generation. And for her even being here is just out of bounds, totally. Doing what somebody else say. He hadn't even got his shit together. This shit crazy, man.
Leave.
Yes.
Why did you decide to leave?
I saw that it wasn't going anywhere. Like I said, he was not giving me eye contact. So I knew, or I felt like he had changed his mind. And I just didn't want to keep sitting there feeling, at that point, stupid.
What happened after you said you were going to leave?
Tabitha got up, he got up, and so she began to tell me about watching for the police, because I had been drinking.
Had you drank a lot?
No, not at all. But she still was just letting me know. And she began to walk toward the door. And I asked him, would he walk me out? He said no. And I said, why not, sir? That's Southern hospitality for you to walk a woman outside when it's dark. Because I wanted to just get him to see what happened. Why didn't you follow through? But he refused to walk me out. So Tabitha opened the door and was walking out. I was still trying to get him to walk me out. And as I reached into my pockets to get my keys, I remember being outside the door, and then the next thing I was standing in their kitchen.
She felt that gun and she snapped. She reached in her pocket for her car keys and felt that gun, and she was like, yeah, buddy, today your day.
Do you deny that you shot Brodes Perry?
I do not.
Do you deny that you shot Tabitha?
I don't, but I know it wasn't intentional.
Did you mean to shoot Tabitha?
No, I wasn't trying to hurt anybody.
When you went to that apartment that day, did you intend to use your gun on either Brodes or Tabitha?
No.
When you went there, what was your purpose in going there?
Thinking that I was going to get some kind of ending to the relationship.
And what do you mean?
Like, okay, of course, after I got to, talking to him at the lounge, we had a plan. It was either going to be a start or an ending, but it was something that I could see, like I knew it wasn't just a disappearing text but still, I love you, So I went to the apartment, I guess, for lack of a better word, to get some resolve.
Did you have hope given that Tabitha was open to the open marriage?
I was nervous about that because, like I said, he had told me she had these rules about not nobody that you know and things like that. So I'm like, she knows me. So I don't know what that was going to be like. I didn't even think about anything beyond that.
As far as Tabitha goes, this is a person that you became friendly with, right?
Correct.
How did you balance that with having an affair with her husband?
It was very hard. She, like, we started off, she had approached me to invite me to lunch. It came out of nowhere, and I didn't know, like, what was really going on, because by this time, Brodes had been talking about us being sister wives. And so when she asked me, I was a little confused because I'm like, okay, has he talked to her about it? But she never said anything about our relationship. Even when we began to play tennis, it was her who initiated it. So it was uncomfortable for me, but we were friendly. And it was hard, but I still did it because I wasn't going to tell her because I love Brodes.
When Brodes told you that he wouldn't walk you outside, he said, Tab will do it. How did that make you feel?
Rejected, unworthy, stupid. I was so stupid. And it hurt so bad.
Were you angry or were you hurt?
I was hurt.
Were you thinking clearly when you pulled the trigger?
No.
Were you reacting to that situation?
Yes.
Was that a traumatic situation for you too, in retrospect?
Oh, yes. I hate what happened. I'm so very sorry. I never wanted to hurt anybody. I've spent most of my life helping. I never would intentionally try to hurt anybody.
Did you ever plan to kill Brodes Perry?
Never.
When you drove to Memphis, were you driving to Memphis to kill Brodes Perry?
No.
Why did you drive to Memphis?
I drove because I just wanted to see him.
Why?
I wanted him to explain why he did that.
Did you hope he would say, we can be together?
Yes.
Did he give you that hope when you went to the apartment?
He did.
Did he yank that hope away?
He did. As he often did.
Did you break in that moment?
I shattered.
Did you ever intend to hurt Tabitha?
No.
Did you even realize that you had shot her?
No.
Go ahead.
Cross-examination.
Cross ain't gonna be long, y'all. We got some very familiar characters on the cross, so just bear with us.
Ms. Daniels, I'm going to take you back to April 4th, 2019 at around 4 o'clock. You remember yesterday when we introduced that surveillance footage of you at the gun store, right?
Yes.
And you know that that was you in the gun store.
That was me.
And you purchased a gun that day.
I did.
And you also purchased ammunition that day.
I did.
And when you went to that gun store, you brought your state issued ID, correct?
Yes.
And you brought your credit card, correct?
I did.
And once you left with that gun and the ammunition, you didn't go to Jacksonville, did you?
No.
You drove to Memphis.
No. I drove home.
But you eventually ended up in Memphis, did you not?
That is correct.
And you chose to go see Brodes Perry, correct?
Yes, I chose to go see him.
A man that you chose to be involved with.
When I first encountered Mr. Perry for counseling, I did not choose to be with him. I went to him for direction, not a relationship.
It's a yes or no question. You chose to be involved with him after you met him, did you not?
Yes.
And when you got to Memphis, and after you talked to Mr. Perry, you drove to his apartment, correct?
Yes, I drove to his apartment.
And from Sherman, Arkansas to Memphis, it's about a 3-hour drive, right?
According to what has been said, I wasn't counting.
And when you got to that apartment, you talked to Mrs. Perry.
Yes.
And when you got to that apartment, you stayed there and you talked with her for about 20 minutes. Correct?
Yes, we talked for about 20 minutes.
And then once Mr. Perry got there, you talked to him.
Yes.
And while they were gracious enough to walk you out of their apartment after an unexpected visit, you got your gun out, didn't you?
It wasn't unexpected from him.
But for Miss Perry, it was.
It was.
And after you exited, you decided to take your gun out, correct?
No.
And after you exited, you shot Mrs. Perry, did you not?
My
Yes or
actions
no?
resulted in them being shot, yes.
And then you shot Mr. Perry, did you not?
It wasn't a conscious decision, but yes.
But you didn't do it.
Absolutely, Divine Black Rose, and she ain't got no better since the quit trial. It's like, damn. Yeah. What's really going on in Memphis with these prosecutors, man? This is crazy.
Because you lost control. You did it because you thought you deserved it.
No. I love Brodes. I would have never intentionally hurt him. No, ma'am.
You did it because he broke your heart.
No, ma'am.
No further question.
Were you in a good state of mind that day?
I was not. I was not. I was not my healthy self. No.
When you came to Memphis, did you come to Memphis out of anger or out of love?
I came out of love.
Did Brodes expect you to be there when he walked in?
Yes.
Did that visit go the way that you expected it?
It did not.
Did it end the way you expected it to?
It most definitely did not.
Did you go there to hurt anyone?
No, I did not.
Who did you plan to hurt?
I wanted to hurt myself. I wanted to end my own life that day. That's it, and that's all.
There it is, y'all. And as y'all know, she ended up being found guilty on they found her guilty on dang, what's the charges? We just came to the charges too. Let me we'll go back to them. Here we go. Let them read them to her. But yeah, this is the story of Latosha Daniels. Boy. Sad situation.
Do I need to start from State of Tennessee versus State of Tennessee versus Latosha Daniels, indictment number 25-01253. Verdict form count 1. We, the jury, find the defendant guilty of second-degree murder as included in count 1 of indictment number 25-01253.
So, second-degree murder and reckless endangerment with a firearm. Those are the two. She did not get the first degree, which would have put her away for life.
State of Tennessee versus Latosha Daniels, indictment number 25-01253. Verdict form count 2. We, the jury, find the defendant guilty of reckless endangerment as included in count 2 of indictment number 25-01253. State of Tennessee versus Latosha Daniels, indictment number 25-01253. Verdict form count 3. We, the jury, find the defendant not guilty in count 3 of indictment number 25-01253.
Would you like the jury poll?
Yes, please.
All right. I'll start on this end. Is that your verdict? Yes. Is that your verdict? Yes. Is that your verdict?
Yes.
Is that your verdict?
Yes.
Is that your verdict?
Yes.
Is that your verdict?
Yes.
Is that your verdict?
Yes.
Is that your verdict?
Yes.
Is that your verdict? Is that your verdict?
Yes.
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 Now that you have concluded your service on this case, I thank you for your patience and conscientious attention to your duty as jurors. You have not only fulfilled your civic duty, but you have also made a personal contribution to the ideal of equal justice for all people. You may have questions about the confidentiality of the proceedings. Because the case is over, you are free to discuss the case with any person you choose. However, you do not have to talk to anyone about the case if you do not want to. If you tell someone you do not wish to talk about it and they continue to bother you, let the court know, for we can protect your privacy. If you do decide to discuss the case with anyone, I would suggest you treat it with a degree of solemnity, so that whatever you say, you will be willing to say in the presence of your fellow jurors or under oath here in open court in the presence of all the parties. Also, if you do decide to discuss the case, please respect the privacy of the views of your fellow jurors. Your fellow jurors fully and freely stated their opinions and deliberations with the understanding they were being expressed in confidence. Again, I thank you for your willingness to give of your time away from your accustomed pursuits and faithfully discharge your duties as jurors. You are now excused. I will be back to speak with you shortly, so I'll show you excused to the jury room.
The trial concluded on Friday, and they will be back in court on the 17th of December to sentence Latoshia Daniels. Crazy, crazy story. Ladies, I talk about this all the time. We have people that are still victims of their 10, 12, and 13-year-old self. And that's what this young lady was. She was a victim of the traumas and the things that happened in her childhood. And she just kept reliving it over and over. She was reliving it with her father. She relived it with her first husband. She relived it with her second husband. And then this guy found the end route as being her therapist and just took complete advantage. Complete advantage, fam. So yeah. So it took them 6 years to take it to trial. That's why the YNs keep getting that right. Yeah, the original offense happened in 2019 and they just went to court. They just went to court. You know what I'm saying? She lived. Yeah, reckless endangerment with a firearm. Absolutely. She's been out on bond since 2019. I can't imagine how she felt going through the other door. I didn't even know she was out on bond, Stefani. I did not know that. For real. Black Barbie, where you been, fam? How that baby doing? I know y'all probably going back to the doctor tomorrow, but you know, we got your prayers. We sending prayers up for the baby girl. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully they can give her something that's gonna make her better without putting tubes in. So salute to you. Thank you for all that you do. You know what I'm saying? She's getting 5 years time served. That's what I saw. You know, so I mean, it's a lot of ways. It's a lot of ways to whittle that time down. It's state time, so the options won't be as plentiful as it would be for Fed time. But yeah, she'll be home soon. She'll be able to, you know, continue to do her writing. She's written 2 books since this has happened, so she'll be able to be of an effect to the community in a positive way. But she got to take time out to take care of herself. Self-preservation is the first law of man. And when people put other people over them constantly, this is what happens. There used to be a movie called Me, Myself, and Irene with James Carey. Man, always looking out for everybody else's interests, always trying to make sure everybody else happy, and you going lacking. You know, if you live your life trying to please everybody else, I ain't trying to be funny, but people gonna let you do that. I ain't seen one situation where a person, you making a person happy, you fulfilling their fantasies, you there at their every beck and call, and they just stop and say, hey, you need to take time out for yourself. You doing all this to make me happy. You know what I'm saying? Doing all this for me. You need to make sure you happy. Nobody has ever said that. Nobody's ever said that. Because the true nature of a man is to be selfish. That's what keeps us. And I know selfish may come across as a bad word, but in some cases, you have to be selfish. You have to be, fam. So that's crazy, man. And have a few coins when she get out. She gonna have some money. She gonna have some money. And trust and believe, somebody gonna want to hear this story. Somebody gonna want to hear this story. I mean, this the type of stuff that movies is made out of. Lifetime movies, you know what I'm saying? But real talk, you have to be selfish, fam. You have to be selfish sometimes. And you got to tell people no sometimes. She lived her whole life worrying about what her dad was going to say, what the community was going to say, what her first and second husband was going to say, whether she was going to get the approval of Brodes, and it all backfired in the end. She'll be out in 6.5 if she gets the low end of the sentence. And I'm thinking she will, man. We've seen a lot of people on the stand. And I mean, I'm not going to even say she was convincing. She was very believable in what she was saying. You know, didn't seem artificial. Looked like she was speaking from the heart. Like when she went over to Brodes and his wife's house, and they asked her how did she feel when they showed him the door, and she said, I was hurt. I was hurt. I was like, yep. That's coming from the soul right there. That's coming from the soul right there, man. But we got to do ourselves a service in making sure that we straight. We can't be straight. We can't make other people straight, and we can't be other people's source if we don't take care of ourselves. We ain't no good to nobody else if we ain't no good. You know what I'm saying? That's just real. That's just real. People will never tell you to stop doing for them or sacrificing for them. That's facts. That's facts. They will let you run your shoes to the soul for them. And some people, you know what I'm saying, they'll let you do it, and the minute you say no, they're going to cut you off, scandalize your name, heap up charges on you, you know? So you have to make sure that you straight. You got to make sure you straight. But that's a crazy story, y'all. That's a crazy story. One of the wildest ones I've done seen in quite some time, man. And she just, oh my God. She's just a ball of mush up there. And I look at it from a different perspective. I look at it from her son's perspective, to sit up there and listen to their mother talk about all this stuff that she done did for these men that ain't gave nothing in return. You know, that's the crazy part. They listening to stories about Brodes. I bet these folk ain't never even seen Brodes, man. You know what I'm saying? They probably ain't never even seen bro, except for when he came up on the news, you know? Hey, you doing too much. You too engulfed in other people's situations. Man. But we have to stay out of bad situations, married people and etc. Yes. Yes, but when you don't feel like you good enough, when you don't think you adequate, when you feel downtrodden, people and always rejected you, you know what I'm saying? You'll settle for anything. You'll settle for anything, fam. Yeah, I know he married, but you know what I'm saying? I'm married too. And I ain't had no love, no affection, no attention. In all this time. You know, ain't nothing wrong in it, just, you know what I'm saying, going this one time. Your ass go, and your ass never come back. That's usually how it go. Man. But still seeking validation and love from outside herself. Now the kids traumatized by her, wondering why they weren't enough for her. Exactly. Like, damn, mama, we thinking you going to conferences. We thinking you being this stellar professional, helping people. Whole time, you paying for trips and going out the country with a whole married man. Boy, that'll make you look at your folk different, man. That'll make you look at your folk different, man. Let married people alone, and people in relationships, leave me the F alone. If you got somebody, hey, that's facts. Hey, man. But this is the story of a love triangle that never manifested, and broken love on behalf of Latoshia Daniels. Golly. You wouldn't think a person that smart and that educated, that accomplished, would let somebody do them that. You just wouldn't think. You know, you see it on the stand, and she's very well spoken, very educated. But when it came down to the intangibles, the tangible things, the things that you get naturally, that ain't nobody got to teach to you, the things that's just God-given, she was lacking, fam. She was lacking. You know, like pride. You know, not the bad pride, but the good pride. She was lacking the good pride. She was built up real good in that bad pride. She didn't want nobody to know that she was dealing with this. So she didn't go to her counterparts. You know, she wanted to go seek spiritual attention. Boy, did she get it. And I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. We're not painting all parishioners and ministers, reverends, and people that work in the church with a wide brush. But I'm telling you, you let somebody take advantage of you, they gonna do it. And in this case, there was a few bad apples in that church. The senior pastor knew what was going on and ain't say nothing. That's crazy. Looking for love in all the wrong places. Absolutely. Absolutely. Go and get hooked on that. Mm-hmm. Yep. So them be them ones. Yeah. Them folks at Mississippi Boulevard, they said, well, shit, we ain't know what was going on. We finna refine our hiring practices. We got to run background checks. Yeah, I don't blame them. Hey, we ain't got nothing to do with this. You know what I'm saying? Bruh had been working here 5 months when this happened. We don't know about nobody in Arkansas. Mm-hmm. It's just crazy to me that old girl had all this time on her hand, fam. I'm talking about she putting miles on her car. She going to buy pistols. She done went home. She done went to the bank. She done went back home. She done loaded the pistol. She finna go to the park, and then she done seen the Memphis exit. She like, no, I'm going. I'm just going. Like, damn. That's crazy. Now here it is. It damn near 10 o'clock at night. She in somebody's house in the city she ain't never been to. God dang, boy. Bruh must have been, yeah. He must have been getting busy. She need to pick a better, no, she need to, man, listen. She need to seek help. That's what she need to do. Now she all in 201 writing books and shit. Man, you need to be on somebody's couch talking to somebody. Hey man, chill out, Ed. You tripping. What they do, OG Snake Spotter in the building. What's going on with it home? Salute to you, man. Ed, you hell, boy. I swear. Yeah, man. Then y'all start hanging out at hotels. The man won't let you put no clothes on. It's just, it's so much to unwrap in this, fam. It's so much to unwrap in this, man. I said, man, get mad with her when she got clothes on. And this nigga get pissed off when she got clothes on. I'm just like,
my God!
Who does that, man? Rotten motherfucker will play you. Both men and women. That's for real. Damn devils. Yes, sir. Indeed. Oh boy. The SEX was probably less than mid. He had her mind gone. Man, listen. I think, man, listen. Divine Black Rose. Did you see the way her face lit up when she talked about that first encounter? Man, that man had rainbows and stars and rays of sunshine coming out of her head. I think it was more than just her mind. That man had her ass gone. She didn't kill the man and she's still up there smiling about it. Like, damn, you know he ain't here, right? Hey, she up there smiling like she finna call him after this. After this, I need to hit up Brodes. Nah, fam. Yeah. Yeah, he had one of the more crazy kinks. Yeah. Oh boy, he definitely preyed on her. That's crazy, man. Never seen nothing like it. What about what he was? You crazy hell, man. Yeah, that part, that was wild. And then he just rolled over and went to sleep. And I'm like, you're not going to hold me? You wouldn't even speak to me. I felt like trash. There's your sign. And after he did all that dumb shit, that he didn't had you on your knees, thrusting himself into you. And after you said it hurts, he grabbed your wig and started slapping your ass. It ain't funny, but it is kind of funny. Pardon me. Please don't come for me. But I'm like, damn, how you let a man do you like that? And then you turn right around and say, after he do all of that to you and roll over and go to sleep, you say, I think I'm gonna go get a gun and kill myself. I'm the last person I'm thinking about hurting after something like that. You tweaking, you trim. These are crazy. Do y'all think she learned her lesson asking for a friend want to send? Yeah, go on go on be a pen pal. Mm-hmm. She find out hey, don't mess around and get your rabbit ball. Playing with that woman, you come home one day and she done got away in your house and ain't got no key. Got a damn rabbit balling on the top of the stove. Your ass is stupid. Nah, man, you don't want them problems. You don't want them problems, fam. Oh my goodness. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking, Black Barbie. God dang, in the church too. That man did it in the church. Lord have mercy. I bet they got some. They had to have some good soundproofing on them walls. Cause the way she was smiling, looked like she had the time of her life. Nah, but seriously though, at the end of the day, man, don't allow nobody to take you down through that like that. Please don't. Hey man, you know about that rabbit boiling. You coming her. She ain't got the wig on. She just got the cornrows. She got the cornrows and a damn rabbit boiling on the top of the stove. You like, what the hell did I walk into? Like, Lord have mercy, save me. Ooh-wee. Boy. Yeah, I'm cool on all of that. I'm cool on all of that. He did that. He took her through there. Take me through there. I'm talking about looking for somebody in the daylight with a flashlight is a person. Please believe this is what they would look like. Oh my God. Hey man, you can't do nothing but pray for her. But I'm gonna tell you something, pray for them boys too, because I know they ass is traumatized. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, all fellas feel like their mom is a saint, and to have to sit up in that and hear that their mama went through that, it's just like, wow, mama, you get down like that? Yeah, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard. I'm gonna tell you, men are very visual. That's why a man can cheat on you, and then you turn around and cheat back, and now he want to kill something. He can't live with himself no more because all he see is what he do behind closed doors with you, but somebody else doing it. You feel me? Men are very visual, fam. And I'm pretty sure them boys tormented by what they heard in that courtroom. They tormented, fam. Crazy work. Jesus Christ. You know all that sensual stuff you be doing to have us out there working 12-hour shifts and, you know what I'm saying, buying flowers and all type of jewelry that we ain't never gonna wear just to put it around your neck and on your finger. All that stuff you be doing, and then lo and behold, you cheat. That a nigga laying in the bed at night drinking Schlitz malt liquor bull, thinking about what you done did on the other side of town. Boy, that's some misery for your ass. You feel me? Lord have mercy. But hey, man, prayers to the family of Brodes Perry. His wife, she ain't know what she had. She done moved on. She done moved on and remarried and having more memories. Salute to her. That just show you, man. Supposed to be throwing their whole life away. And the main person that's got what you want ain't even tripping about it. I bet she was like, well, shit, if y'all doing all of this, I'm finna leave anyway. You can have this nigga. And that'd have been it. That'd have been the bottom of it. She should have just came out with it. Look, man, we've been creeping behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? And he ain't gonna tell you, so I'm gonna tell you. You in the house with him? She'll ass ball up and go into a fit of rage. Tell them folks. She would have moved on with her life and you'd have had him to yourself. Crazy work, man. Hey, check this out. Tomorrow is 11/10, and on 11/10 I think we got the first day of the trial of Devin Maurice Brown. Devin Maurice Brown is charged with the murder of Melvin Noble Jr. So we will be checking in on that case. Hopefully it's online and we'll be able to react to it. You know what I'm saying? Won't be able to react to it live, but we will do a live stream if Devin Brown trial is online. That make you think about what he was doing when he was doing what he was doing. Probably right next door. You ain't lying. You ain't lying. Not the blue heifer. You try to start some DV for sure. Man. That man said, would you like a Porsche? She said, what? He like, oh, she square as hell. Oh, boy. Mine caught up in all the wrong stuff. Yes, Devin Brown is definitely going to be a good one. Definitely going to be a good one, fam. So I can't wait to see that. We've been waiting for 5 years to see what's going to happen in this Mo 3 situation. You know what I'm saying? Long live 3. Devin Brown first, Yellow Bees and them in February. So we're going to see. It's going to be crazy. Yes, indeed. Long live 3. T-Baby said, take me to the king. Lord have mercy. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And also be meticulous and most definitely careful about what you ask for, because you might get it. I can't and can't get rid of it. People can be who they think you want them to be. That's for real. That's and that's what this dude did. This dude listened to her gripe and moan about her boring, bland life. He came in and spiced it up like a motherfucker. Spiced it all the way up. Shit. After that second session, she got them papers filed. She like, Greg or whoever your name is, you got to go. Yeah, she got Buddy up out of there quick, fast, in a hurry, man. But yes, indeed, man. Tomorrow, Devin Brown, we got to check it out. I'm finna head over here by True Results and do a little research because I know he been covering the Mo 3 situation. So I'm gonna see what kind of videos he got going on with this, man. And if y'all got a chance to check out True, y'all check him out too, man. He's been covering this whole situation since 2020. Absolutely. But man, it's your boy Hitter, man. I appreciate y'all for tapping in with us tonight, man. If y'all ain't hit the like button, please do so, man. Smash the like button. Run this up for you, boy. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate everybody for coming through. K Dizzle, Divine Black Rose, Chocolate, T-Baby, Black Barbie. You already know what it is. Nicole Harden, Richard. Salute to you. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in the bushes, salute to y'all, man. Don't be afraid to comment. We got a good group of people here, and everybody is welcoming. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all in the bushes, y'all want to comment, drop a comment, man. And I'm not the type of dude that's going to ridicule you for your opinion or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. What LL Cool J said back in the day, make yourself seen. How about them bushes? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, salute to my dog Sherm. I see you, boy. Salute to you. T-Baby, you know you a fool, man. Salute to you, man. Everybody that came in and rocked with us. Stefina, she came in for a second. My dog, Ant Dog, Antonio, what's going on with it, man? Salute to you, bro. Salute to everybody that's rocking with the squad. But the white boy say, yeah, I'm rocking with y'all or y'all rocking with me. Shout out to 1090J, man. But yeah, man, that's ball game, man. 000. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy, the Alabama Hitter, man. And until the next time we decide to spin, I'm in the win. Salute to the hitters.
I always keep it real with yourself. Don't lie to yourself. I never lie to myself. That's why niggas don't be liking me, and a lot of people don't be around me no more. You get what I'm saying? I don't lie to myself. I'm too real. You gotta be real. See, it's real. Then when you too real, they fuck you over. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, bro. I try to do what's right. I'm fair in life. I don't want to get down on nobody. I don't want to finesse you. I don't want to do none of that. I ain't gonna play with you neither though. Ain't no home in me. You get what I'm saying? I want to make sure you get the same benefits I get. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, won't nobody be mad at nobody. But if I come up before you or you come up before me, it should be like, you know, it shouldn't be no problem. You know what I'm saying? But that's with everybody in life. Like, you should be able to build somebody up, or you should be able. If you ain't worried about somebody else, don't be no hater. Tell yourself the truth. Damn, I want to be like him, but I ain't gonna start hating though. Don't do that. If you're gonna be a hater, keep it to yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Who fuck with the view? Who fuck with the view? Birmingham, what's up, nigga? I got a question for the hell. Who out in the band? I got a question for the streets. Who fuck with the view? Who fuck with the view? Who fuck with the view? I got a question for the ham. Who hiding in bam? Who hiding in bam? Hey, just left brick, your ram down 20. I'm hiding at the side, and my nigga Lil Booney. They pull up in the bar. Oh, they rapping. Hey, yo, them boys up is what I got, no second guessing. They pull up in the hood just to make sure shit's straight. Stop by me Jedi house and grab me a plate. Pull up on the tray, holla ran and look at it. Them boys got traffic bagged up in the attic. What up, Banville? Man, them boys keep it real. R.I.P. the Lil Boom, much love, Banville. New J coming out, so I'ma hit her Western Hill. I wanna hit Belson, but a nigga got some warrants. What up, Merc Camp? What up, Britt May? From Riley, we know them, and them boys getting paid. What up, West End? I see you 500. They pull up on 3rd, where them boys be stunting. They pull up on 4th, holla head and be brag. Them boys got them yellow bag going for the yellow. What up, Smithfield? They the 3 that boy keep on. Might as well hit the palace, yeah, throw a couple one. Hey, head to Norwood, how that send me Emily. Been fucking with them boys way back in 93. Hey, pull up on the east, how they head and Lil J so. Bring it back to Loving where they beat it on base. The hood get hot, I go to home with it lay low. I do it for the ham, cause I motherfucking say so. Pull up in Brad City, R.I.P. the big Teddy. That was swag. While them boys straight ready, ayy. Had a Cooper Green where them boys flamed up. Two wood banged up, blood gang throw it up. Stop by the package store, get a bottom pour it up. Got a call from abroad, hit the pistol, tore it up. What up, Drew Hill? What up, Collierville? What up, Vice Hill? Real, recognize real. What up, Tennyville? What up, New Hill? Them boys on the hill, shit, get it how they live. What up, North Side? What up, South Side? What up, East Side? West Side? Let it ride. What up, Birmingham? What up, Alabama? Hey, throw them A's up and I ain't talking about Atlanta.
I've been through so much in life, man. A nigga blessed. A nigga came a long way, man. You know what I'm saying? And still got a long way to go. And what I mean by blessed, I ain't just talking about money, you know what I'm saying? Financial, man. You know, people always, first thing come to people's mind when they say a nigga blessed, think about money. No, it ain't about that. I'm blessed in all type of ways, man, you know what I'm saying? Got my health, still breathe, I can see, you know what I'm saying? Got gifts, got talent, you know what I'm saying? A nigga blessed all the way around. A lot of people be mad because they ain't got this and that. But 9 times out of 10, they just trying to keep up with the hype, keep up with the world, man. Fuck that, man. Take care of your needs, man. You blessed. I'm just trying to put y'all on game. Me, I'm blessed without the money. I mean, y'all can say that. A lot of people feel like when they broke, they ain't blessed. That's a lie. You blessed.